American Stories. On our next episode, we'll share the story of the founding father who signed the Declaration of Independence with his own blood. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver. This is 630 KHOW, Denver's talk station, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. The Strait of Hormuz is back open. President Trump says the naval blockade on Iranian ports, however, is still in effect.
Before the war, a fifth of the world's oil traveled through the strait, and reopening it has been a key priority of this administration. But the question is, how long will this last, and what real impact is it going to have? It's unclear if this will be enough for major shipping companies to be confident enough to go through the strait without more certain security guarantees. Also unclear how long this will last for. Iran said the strait would be open for the remaining period of the ceasefire. The U.S.-Iran ceasefire is set to expire in just 5 days. Selena Wang, ABC News, the White House.
Oil prices dropping 13%. The Dow soaring more than 1,000 points after the strait was reopened. The leaders of France, the UK, and dozens of other countries welcoming the announcement. They were meeting already in France, trying to figure out how the strait will be policed and how maritime security in the region can be restored. This is ABC News. President Trump is headed to the Turning Point USA convention in Phoenix today. The man accused of killing Charlie Kirk, meantime, will be in court, arguing that cameras should be banned from his trial. Tough times for QVC and HSN, the home shopping network.
The parent company of both filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, leaving the future of the beloved 24-hour channels in jeopardy. Since the 80s, viewers have been tuning in, not just for the products, but for the people selling them.
Again, you put this on and then you do what you want to do.
From Liza Minnelli to Jamie Foxx.
You know what? One of the models
best model in town
didn't make it today, so I just had to. That's right, Shay.
To Joan Rivers.
And now, who is our model? Move up, please. Come up. Voila!
But the channels have struggled to keep up with the times.
ABC's Morgan Norwood. There are also rumblings that Spirit Airlines is again teetering on the brink of bankruptcy. No declaration yet, but it could come soon. I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
I spend a lot of time in the garage, but even more time in the rain, sleet, and mud. In 95, I helped tow your moving trailer. In 05, I helped you get out of a ditch. Yeah, I know I'm a bit rusty, and sadly in 09, it was sparks from me, your handy chains, dragging behind your truck that accidentally started a wildfire.
Sparks from dragging chains can start a wildfire. Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
KHOW News Time, 10:03.
From shorts to parka weather in less than 24 hours.
The highs today will probably be this morning. The temperatures this afternoon it won't get out of the mid-30s. So it'll definitely be cold enough to snow through the day.
National Weather Service meteorologist Bob Klyla says it should wrap up around 2 this afternoon, way before tonight's Rockies game.
They're not going to have any precip for the game. It's just going to be pretty cold.
But the grounds crew at Coors Field will have to clear between 1 to 2 inches of snow off the seats. Tomorrow night's game looks to be a little warmer, with our highs reaching the mid-50s. We're back up to the low 70s by Sunday. The snow's a welcome sight at Copper Mountain, where they just announced they're extending the ski season till May 3rd. They had originally planned to close on April 26th. Many other ski resorts are opting to close earlier than usual due to our warm winter. Aspen and Winter Park will close on Sunday, and Loveland Basin on April 26th. That's the latest. I'm Brenda Stewart.
Now, Impact Traffic.
All right, still doing pretty well with light volume out here. If you're coming through the Tech Center southbound 25 at County Line, we've got an accident actually going to wind up being on the ramp there. The Tech Center itself doesn't look too bad. It may back up the ramp just a little bit. 38th and Federal on one accident in West Denver, and, volume light enough. We're not seeing any delays on the highways. We are getting a little wintry in the high country. Snowing up over the divide. The road conditions are kind of going right down the tube. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster.com. If you price custom blinds at a retail store, you know how expensive they can be. At Blindster, we do things differently. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big on custom blinds. Plus, we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
Right now, we could all use some extra cash, so why not visit David Ellis Jewelry to cash in your old, useless, tangled jewelry, coins, and anything else containing precious metals. He'll even buy your fine jewelry and diamonds. Hello, I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino, and I recommend David Ellis Jewelry because I've known David for years. I trust him. You can too. 2640 East 3rd Avenue. That's 3rd and Clayton. 303-322-8779. 322-8779.
It's Henry with Excel Roofing, your local home service company for 33 years. Call now for our $99 gutter cleaning special. Restrictions apply. 761-6400. Get an honest roof assessment before you call your insurance. At Excel, you don't pay a cent until you're content. 303-761-6400 or excelroofing.com.
Top of it. EuroPlumbingColorado.com has the lowest prices guaranteed.
What's happening?
You do not comply with this blockade, we will use force.
President Trump wants Iran to make a deal.
Launching Operation Economic Fury.
The day's news.
Democrats knew
what Eric Swalwell
is on.
Justin Fairfax killed his wife, killed himself.
It's the Dan Kapla Show. Afternoons 4 to 6.
Friday at 4, the 10 American scientists who've either turned up dead or are missing. Is that nefarious or a coincidence? And why do people who play racket sports live up to 10 years longer? Join me at 4.
Yeah.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
It's Tom. Hey, welcome to the show. 45 years and counting in Denver. More than 50 years if you count all the time. The longest running radio show on the air with the same host. Yeah. So welcome. What are we doing? We're solving problems. We're answering questions. We're taking complaints. Today is car day, so I want you to have some fun. It's Friday. Call us with a problem, question, or complaint, or text us. As you know, I save texts and emails from people who call with your phone's on, bro. So what happens is I save these questions, problems, and complaints for the car guys I have on today. I have Jeff Vick from Kimmer Transmission and Kevin Kalkin from Sheridan Auto Tech. Kevin, you get the Deputy Doc Award today. Do you know what the Deputy Doc Award is?
I'm a little concerned.
When you leave a device on,
the
audio comes through on the air.
Yep.
Anyway, I don't mean to diss Deputy Doc. We love him. So, guys, I don't know if you know this or not, but we've been talking about pizza because Friday we used to order pizza every week, and we still do. But how Anthony's went downhill. One of the guys from Anthony's called and said, "Yeah, it was bought by a group, and they're changing everything." So it wasn't our imagination. There really was a change in ownership, and our staff came up with two of the best pizzas for delivery around: Bubba's 33 and Pooch Brothers. So those are the new jams. As I said, Anthony's is dead to me. You know, private equity, it sounds like a bad word. It's not. Private equity is simply a group of investors, and instead of buying stocks and bonds and other things, they pool their money to buy companies. And really, private equity is buying companies up all over the country. In fact, most people, when they start a company, they have a dream of someday selling for millions and millions to private equity, especially those in the home services business. And because of that, a lot of these small businesses are only started for that reason. And it's become quite the phenomenon. people start businesses with the express purpose of selling that business as soon as it builds up and then making millions. Now, I personally know people who've done that. They've built up businesses, sold, made millions. They go out, do it again, and they make millions. So the question is, though, that came up, does private equity mean, what does it mean for the brand? In some cases, it improves the brand. In other cases, it can't keep up. You know, it just makes changes and tries to run it a different way. They take all of the things that were successful and change them. So we have several examples of companies that have been taken over by private equity. But if for some reason you guys notice a big change, almost always it's because the big corporations come in and start running it differently. One of the things they do is cut back on personal service. They make a whole bunch of changes in marketing, and then they try to run it, quote, more efficiently. And what they end up doing many times is destroying a brand. So here's what I want to do. I want to talk to people today if they want to call or text me. If you are in business and you are thinking about getting out of it, I'd like to know about it. And I'd like to know if also you want to start a business. If you want to start a business, I have surefire ways to help you prevent the most common business failures. After all of these years, I have kept track of why businesses succeed and why they fail. And of course, car day, car problems, questions, and complaints. Give us a call, 303-713-TALK. That's the local talk line. And then you can call 303-MARTINO 24/7. And no matter what time, just call and we'll get you on the next show. Gracie, she wants to talk about artificial intelligence. What's going on, Gracie? What's happening?
Hi, Tom. So basically what I want to talk about is how artificial intelligence is being used to distribute artificially created child sexual abuse material, which is a big problem of AI that a lot of people don't really think about. But basically,
hey, Gracie, I don't understand what you mean, but for example, we saw what AI can do as far as creating imagery, like with the president.
Right.
You know, being in a hospital and they depicted him as Jesus Christ. What I want to know is this. I've done a lot with AI, but I haven't done a lot with image creation. But I'm wondering if you asked it to like create child pornography images, if it would not deny that. It would say, no, we're not going to do that. And then another thing comes to mind. What if you could create child pornographic images, but no child was actually involved? It's all artificial. Would that still be a violation of the law? What Jeff, you're saying yes, Jeff Vick?
Oh, yeah. No,
why do you think it would be a violation?
This has been discussed at length. And so there are several laws that are already put in, not only for AI, but for robotics.
Wait a minute. So even if there is no child involved, nothing, the mere fact that you're in possession of that material would be a crime?
It's the same crime.
Really?
Yes.
Gracie.
The absence of a real person, it means it doesn't directly harm a child, but it still perpetuates harm because it normalizes the distribution of it. And it's still being created, which is still a problem because these people that it's being created of, they don't really understand, they don't recognize, they don't know, maybe they're unaware, which creates a whole other route of problems when trying to bring this to social justice, when trying to confront this with the law.
Have you brushed against, have you come up against anyone, or have you noticed anyone who is using AI for this disgusting purpose?
I have not personally seen it, but on TikTok, and I watch a lot of YouTube videos about children and people that have been affected by this. There was a case in South Korea a couple of years ago about a bunch of students creating deep fakes of each other and using it as blackmail to gain gratification.
No, that's
and
scary.
Also,
that's scary stuff.
Yep, very scary. And they another problem with it is since it's so easy and readily available to create, these perpetrators, they can make profit off of making imagery that maybe isn't real, but because it is.
I never thought of that. By the way, may I ask, what prompted this phone call? Did you just want to get the word out or what? Because I never knew ever that people were doing this with child pornography. You would have thought that it's outlawed. You know, AI does have some restrictions. For example, I believe that if I wrote, I don't want to do it because I don't want it in my history. But what if I went to AI and said, tell me ways to kill someone without being detected? What would it do? I'm wondering. See, I don't want to do it because it becomes part of my history. You know what I mean? But I want to ask people, does it have a morality? Does it have a morality? I don't think it would create, and again, I don't even want to ask it, I don't think it would create pornographic pictures of kids. I don't think it would. I think it would probably come back with a message.
I hope it wouldn't.
Yeah. Well, you see, there's the main ones, like the big ones, they might not, just because they are more well-known, but there's so many websites that we don't know about. And the other side of it is, in order for AI to understand that it cannot create this material, you have to train it. And so in doing that, you would almost have to put in child abuse material.
Well,
to show that
I was told,
is not what it
that
needs
is
to be
true,
created.
by the way. I was told that in order to train AI on taboo images or images that are bad and then images that are good, what they do is have people literally go through and classify hundreds of thousands of images. And in fact, CBS did a story about it on how they go sometimes to these third world countries or these villages. I swear to you, this is true. They go to these small villages where people don't even have shoes and they live in mud floor huts, and they pay them to go through images and classify them. And a lot of these people were suffering mental illness because of the exposure to all this dirt. But you're right. Somewhere, somehow, somebody is looking at something and classifying it. I don't know what the answer is. I mean, AI is here to stay, you know, and I don't even know if you can regulate. I don't even know if you can legislate or regulate AI, really. I mean, how can you? It's all over. I mean, and there, like you said, there's so many different providers. Do you know personally of any cases where child pornographic material was produced by AI? Do you, or did you just hear about it?
Well, do you remember all that controversy with Grok?
No.
People were
what
putting imagery into.
What controversy?
A couple of months back, people were putting images of women and probably children into Grok AI and asking them to remove the clothes of this. And the only thing that Elon Musk, yes, this is true. And the only thing he really said about it was like that this is illegal and that we can't do that. But he didn't take performative steps to change anything about that. And my issue is not necessarily the creation of this material, but it's where the legality comes in with it. Because if someone was able to go through and find some way to artificially create these images, there's still states where it's not illegal. It hasn't been criminalized in multiple states, including Washington, D.C. These images would not be considered illegal, even if someone was to go through and create this artificially created child.
Wait, are you sure? So there are some law. You're telling me that state by state, there are some states that would allow you to have pornographic material about children, and other states that don't.
Yes, sir. If it was
AI,
if it was generated through AI, yep, yes, sir.
You're saying there are some states where it's legal. What I'm wondering is how far. I don't know how far AI would go. And again, who's going to call and say, yes, Tom, I know for a fact that they can that they can do this or that. I watch very carefully what I ask AI because it'll never go away. Mm-hmm. It'll never go away. Mm-hmm. And I find it hard to believe that someone could go on an AI and ask it about child pornography and get pictures. But I'm going to look into it, Gracie.
The statistics show, right? The statistics show that reports of generated child sexual abuse material in between the years of 2021 and 2022, they only increased by 9%. But since 2023, these reports have increased by almost 9,000%. So it's gone up a lot just because it has developed
now,
so much.
Now, someone might argue, and I got to take this break. Thank you, Gracie. Someone may argue that it's better than them using real pictures, and maybe it's good that there will be no demand for real pornography, and that pornographic images created by a computer, even if they do involve children, some may argue, well, at least it's better than using real kids, and let them be alone in their misery and vulgarity. And, in other words, who cares? They're not harming anyone. Some people might think that. I mean, truly, that is an argument. They're alone. They're not going out looking for real pornography. They can create what they want at home. And I don't know if that, again, I don't know if it's happening, and I don't even know how to check it. I don't want to go on and test it and say, hey, can you get me a picture of so-and-so? We got more coming up. Ask Tracy and Marlene to hang on. We're coming back with more. I want to tell you about Water Pros because it's the most wonderful system. Reverse osmosis for drinking water is the purest form of drinking water you can get. And now they make one so small, no tanks and no filters involved. It's done through electric and digitally. And I'm not sure exactly how it works, but it's a small unit under your sink for all the drinking water you want. Never buy bottled water again. And this is waterpros.net. They do all kinds of water treatment. 303-904-2000. No, I'm sorry. It's 303-862-5554. Waterpros.net.
Done. Today are mass-produced, designed by committees, built for margins. Was & Watch Company is the opposite. A small American micro brand created by real watch enthusiasts who want a no-nonsense field watch. Clean design, rugged reliability, zero fluff. Every Wasson is built in limited batches, and right now, for a limited time, field watches are $300 off. If you're tired of disposable fashion watches, upgrade to one built by people who actually care. See the latest drop at wassonwatch.com. WASSON watch.com.
Hey, you heard the cold is coming, right? And you also hear that the heat is coming. No matter what the weather does, you're going to need either your furnace or your AC. And that's why Fix It 24/7 does the extreme clean, tune, and check for just $39. $39 for the furnace or $39 for the AC. But no one offers this level of service for $39. It would cost hundreds of dollars. They literally take apart the system piece by piece and clean, tune, and check everything. They give you a no breakdown guarantee, avoid costly repairs, add life and efficiency to your unit. FixMyHome.com. Book now. 720-526-3939. FixMyHome.com. Book now. Speaking of booking, I'm going to give you a website where you can sign up for a seminar. I'll be there on the 2nd of March in the morning in the Tech Center. Now, here's what Vestero will do. They'll ask you to sign a non-disclosure agreement so you don't give away their techniques. Then they're going to share with you exactly how they pick markets and houses for you to buy and how they help you become a landlord and hold your hand through every step of the way, including selling it for profit. So go to this website and sign up. MyBiggestReturn.com. MyBiggestReturn.com.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm done. Oh, wait. We got Deb. I don't know what to do. Hey, Shannon, would you go on your AI and ask it to produce pornographic pictures of kids and see what it says?
No, my God, no, Tom.
Yeah.
I am terrified
because they've got the robot.
Yeah.
Who's talking? I'm talking.
No, we can hear you. You're terrified of what?
Of AI taking away jobs, especially from children.
Oh, God, you're sick. He is a sick
That's exactly what I said.
There's nobody sicker.
Thank you. Well, it's like that fake hamburger. Who's going to McDonald's and getting the damn Beyond Burger?
I know, that's rude.
Right? Gross.
I, honest to God, don't know what to ask chat, and I will not do it.
Don't do it. Now I'm not kidding. Don't do it.
No, don't.
And my phone turned on. Thank you. You turned on my phone. Google, I'm not talking to you. Oh, my God, it turned on.
Wow. Thank you for calling the Troubleshooter Show. Can I get a first name?
But, Tom?
Yeah.
That was a very long Vestera. Do you have a clock there?
I'm going to put you on a brief hold. Just listen through the phone for your name.
Ax, make sure you tell people.
It's okay. We're good.
Okay. I just want to tell Ax that people don't have no patience.
Yeah, we know that.
I'll juice them up in a sec here.
And damn it. Never mind.
Well, we have full lines now. What are you going to do?
No, I just want to make sure that they have patience, and I'll get right to them.
Let's not get weird. They're not really paying the bills. They're kind of the spice that makes this nice, but they're not paying. We give them exactly what they pay for.
Call shortly after this break. Thank you for holding. Hey, we appreciate you holding. We're going to try and get to your call after the break. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ax.
Of course, Tom. It is my pleasure.
God, he sounds like back when I was texting 8 women at a time on Tinder.
Oh, my God.
No, I'll be right there.
You wish you knew 8 women that would want to text.
No. Listen, they weren't great, but there was one point while I was running the morning show on KOA, I'm like, holy crap, I'm texting with 8 chicks. I really should focus on this stupid show. Did I? No.
Shannon, ask AI to do something vulgar. See what it says.
No, you can just ask me if you want.
Okay.
I'm right here. And I'm fully charged. And I don't waste resources when you ask me something. Somebody here at work I was doing a remote with, and they said, you shouldn't use AI. It uses water every time you ask it a question. I'm like, oh, my God. Where do you think it's going? The water isn't leaving the planet. It's still here.
Right.
Idiot.
You're right, by the way.
Yeah, I know that. I even asked AI once, can atoms go away? No. Okay, then. There you go. Newton and his third law or whatever the hell. Okay, Mr. Martino, stand by.
Yeah.
His own blood. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
All right, I'm Tom Martino. I said for that seminar from Vestera, March 2nd, and I meant, I didn't mean April, May. I meant May 2nd, not March. So May 2nd, okay? So please go to mybiggestrureturn.com, May 2nd. I also, when I talked about Water Pros, I gave out the wrong number at first. No comments about aging, please. But anyway.
No, we just need AI to do it.
With Water Pros, it's waterpros.net, and it's 303-862-5554. Now let's go to the phones. I'm going to get to all of you, and I appreciate you holding. So let's take this comment on AI very quickly. I want to know what is your comment on this discussion on AI? Go ahead, sir.
Hey, Tom. I was listening to that lady. We live in a very sick world, and I can see people using AI for that. And it's one of the things I heard probably a couple years ago, that you see all these people on Facebook putting up pictures of their children.
Yes.
And I've heard people pilfering those photos and then turning those into AI child porn things. It's disgusting. Secondly, have you heard of a guy named Eddie Dalton?
No.
Okay, look this guy up. He's got 6 of the most beautiful songs and beautiful voices.
Oh, he's
that you've
AI
ever heard.
generated, right? He's AI generated.
Totally.
There's a woman AI generated too. Honest to God, I don't know where this world is going, Dave, but AI is definitely here to stay. Again, I'll bet you there will be AI bots, thanks for calling, specifically made for vulgar stuff, probably. Like porn sites, there'll be porn AIs possibly. But I don't think the mainstream AIs would answer you if you said to like chat, please give me pornographic pictures of kids. I just don't think they would do it. I don't know that, and I'm not going to put it in my history to find out, out of curiosity. Tracy, what's going on with your paint job, Tracy? What's happening?
All right, so I've had the same leasing company for my property for probably about 8 years.
Yeah.
Everything was good. And then I get a letter in the mail from code enforcement telling me there's all these violations with my house that the leasing agency leased out. So I went, I took a look, and the painters painted over all the outlets. They left some outlets exposed, and they also did damage to my hardware floors.
No, Tracy, help me understand this. Help me understand this. It's a little difficult to hear you. Is this a place you're renting?
No, I'm the owner of the place.
Okay.
And I have a property management company.
Got it.
That the work that they have done has created damage.
Okay.
Instead of fixing it.
Okay.
They have made code violations to where now I face criminal action if I don't get them repaired.
Tracy, this property that you own, is it a home or is it an apartment? What is it?
It's a home. It's a residential home.
And you're saying that this company that came in to do some painting actually caused you more damage?
Yeah, they caused me more damage, but that's just one of the things. The lack of maintenance, or on the windows.
Yeah.
I don't know if previous tenants did it, or if the maintenance men did it, but they just took some plexiglass and puttied it in, and it looks worse than if the kids did it,
So wait a minute. Who did your management company hire this painter or this maintenance worker, or did you hire them?
No, the management company did.
So what do they say they're going to do for you?
Well, I fired them, right? Because they weren't doing anything.
Right.
And so I'm trying to get them, because I have some tenants in there now. They're the ones that made the complaint to the city, and the city inspector came out, and he put down so many code violations that on the house,
Okay, hold on, Tracy. Are you trying to get the management company to cover this because they hired them?
I want to get them to do that. Plus, the biggest thing right now is that they will not release the damage deposit and the pet deposit from the current tenants.
Why? They work for you. They work for you. You mean to tell me that they won't let you keep the damage deposit?
Right.
What's the name of the management company?
Real Property Management Legacy.
All right, hold on a second. Hey, Axe, get off the air. Get the name. I couldn't get it. And get the number. And let's put in a call to this management company and see if they'll come on the air. Seriously, let's just do that. Marlene, what's going on? You need a recommendation for a car, Marlene?
Yes, I do. I just want a small SUV, kind of like a Mazda CX-5, that category.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for a new one, and I want a recommendation.
Okay, guys, what do you think? Now, do you have any specific brands that you like?
Well, I presently have a Mazda CX-5, which I do love, but it's a 2017, and I'm taking it to a lake house to use as an extra car there. So I need to buy a new one.
Okay.
So I want to see if they're still that good, because I really have liked it.
Guys, what do you think what is your price range for a car, for an SUV?
Oh, high 30s, 40s.
Guys, what do you
like
think in that range? Hold on a sec. There we go, Kev.
Yeah, the Mazda has been a great car.
Yeah.
You know, we see very few of them come through.
And that price range they have stuff.
They definitely,
I think the Kia too, you cannot discount Kia or Hyundai, especially with their warranties.
The warranty is the only thing though. The quality is
the quality bad?
There's too many recalls, too many warranties, too many issues. Yeah. Without the warranty, I wouldn't touch the car.
You like the Mazda.
We just don't see them.
Which means
they're holding up, yeah.
And Marlene, these are guys that fix these things all the time. What would you stay away from? Let's tell her that.
Nissan.
Really?
Yeah.
You'd stay away from Nissan.
First one I would. Nissan or Mitsubishi.
Okay.
Nissan or Mitsubishi, stay away from. I think Toyota, but that might be a little pricier.
Yep.
And then you have Mazda they like.
Honda.
Honda? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Honda's really good, Marlene.
Honda.
So
if you love the Mazda, stick with it.
Let me tell you something. I want you to try.
Yeah,
and again, you don't have to go there, but I want to give you somebody to try. Why don't you call Rodney over at JF Cars? And here's why. JFR Cars. Here's what they do. They go through and literally find ones in the market for you, and they're a broker. Now you don't have to buy anything. There's no obligation, but they will give you a few cars in whatever category you're looking, and it's a one-stop shop, and they do all makes and models. So it's jfrcars.com. Give her Rodney's number off the air. He will take care of you instead of running around shopping. Then you don't have to worry about dealer games either. We have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show.
Be kind.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino. Now, Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHO.
It's Adam.
You don't need to this time.
No, I know.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
Well, you got a lot going on. No, I worry about you.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
So why isn't this working? Today is just a day of gremlins. Come on, you piece of shit.
Things seem to be okay over here. Well, that's because you got all those guys over there.
Yeah, all these guys. I got two guys.
Them
not all
guys.
these guys.
That's two. That's plenty. But you don't have D's nuts. He's not there.
D's nuts.
I said that once to a guy wearing a kilt. I've always known you're crazy, but now I can see your nuts.
Okay, sorry about that. Give me one more second.
I just don't. I don't like wearing skirts. You want to know the truth?
I've cut the crotch out of my shorts before just to try it out, and it's not bad.
He's a sick person.
It's hot.
He is a sick motherfucker.
What? That's not. Hey, again, victimless crime.
It's pretty tame for him. Yep.
Yeah.
It's when he wears the assless chaps that you get worried.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Want to avoid chapping.
Cuts down on the chafing, though.
No. Yeah, assless chaps, no chafe.
So Axe Bo is coming in. He says, and whatever this means, turn up the lights.
We're changing the locks.
What does he mean, turn up the lights?
We have the lights off right now, and it's thoroughly enjoyable.
Oh, I see.
And Bo's afraid of the dark?
No, he's afraid of
Sounds racist.
The wind is really kicking up, isn't it?
It was a little chilly walking in.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was cold this morning, and it's getting dark out.
Rain. We just need this shit.
They said an inch or two on the grass. That's it. So it's nothing.
Yeah. A couple of ski resorts are staying open because of this.
Okay, we're done with the SUV lady, unless she has a specific question. I want him to take care of her. And then I'm going to go to the bad painters we already have. Okay, I want to call that management company on the bad painters, or wait for Bo. In fact, here's what I want you to do. Call Trace, tell Trace, get Tracy's number, and tell Tracy that we're going to call him back after Bo talks to the management company.
Okay.
All right. So, Bo, I don't know if you're listening. I don't know how the hell is he texting on YouTube when he's driving in.
And he's only got one hand.
And he has one hand. How the hell is that happening? Jesus Christ.
Well, you would say he's probably driving with his knee, and then he'd come back and say, yeah, that's not my knee.
Bo, we need you.
To stop texting.
If not, it doesn't have to, I could send you our deputy's number who's going to reach out later.
Yeah, I think we should call this management company and say, what the F?
It's a guy named Tracy.
Meet me in the gym. It's going down. My husband stole my outfit.
Give me 1 second. Hey Tracy, real quick, what is your last name?
Oh, he's calling already. That's good. He's a good guy. Like Axe. Okay.
It's crazy how good he is.
I'm going to ask
Which means
Chat.
he won't be. It means he won't be here long.
I wonder what Chat would do if I ask it for naked pictures of Shannon.
Oh, that's easy. Oh my God, that's easy. Somebody on YouTube did say that it would hopefully stop blackmail suicide with these kids that pose.
Answer that phone,
Good
Shannon.
morning, Troubleshooter Show. Would you like to talk to Tom and the gang? All right, don't run off. Hang on. Got him.
Got it. Thank you. And then Tracy, we're going to give to Bo.
Yep. You're doing great. Like a drunk air traffic controller. Actually, did you hear the deal? What airport was it where they were barking and meowing on the radio and they're getting in trouble
I just
for
heard
it?
about that the other day.
Yep. That's great.
Meow, 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 meow.
Bark, 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 bark. All right, this channel is for professional use only. What are you doing?
So Marlene, that's an old call, right? Or is that a new one?
He's working the system right now.
Okay. Was she the one that was looking at the SUVs? Was it her name, Marlene, guys? Do you know?
Sounds like.
I didn't write it down. Oh, yeah, it was Marlene. Yep, it was. Okay, so Marlene, we give to SU. Unless she has a specific question, we can just hand her off to Jeff, our cars truly.
Okay.
But if she has a specific question.
Was the guy you were dealing with named Steve by chance?
Oh, he's getting to the bottom of it.
He is. Here you go.
A.com.
Tom Martino here. Welcome. Okay, so Marlene, we want, she's looking for a small SUV. If anyone else has some recommendations, let me know. Someone says, Tom, you forgot Subaru. Guys, what do you guys think about Subarus for small SUVs? I think they're cool, right? No?
They're pretty robust. I mean, they do have problems with head gaskets for sure.
They do.
I don't really consider them an SUV, though. I consider more of them.
Yeah, but those little wagons are SUVs, right, right. Jim wants a roofer recommendation. Jim, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. I had a door knocker come by my house yesterday from Gates Enterprises, a roofing company out of Lakewood.
Yeah.
And went up on the roof, took pictures, and yeah, it does look like I've got damage up on the roof. So I'm just wondering if you have ever heard of or had any experience with Gates Enterprises, and how long you have. They were saying I said, well, I hadn't had any hail in a long time, and it was in June of last year. I'm out in the Pinery area in the Timbers. So how long do you have before you have to file a claim?
You have a
after
year.
The hail?
In most policies, you only have 1 year. How old do they think this claim, the damage is?
From June of 25, so less than a year.
Okay, I want to ask you something. I don't like door knockers, by the way. I don't know anything about this roofing company, but there's a whole bunch of research you need to do so you don't get ripped off. My very first question, did you sign anything with this roofer?
No.
Good. My next question is, what insurance company do you have?
Called Pure, P-U-R-E.
Good company, Jim. So here's what I recommend. I recommend you call Excel Roofing. And the reason I know that is I've known them for 30 years. But the real reason is that you will never pay a dime. And that, in fact, their slogan is you don't pay a cent until you're content. And they're not going to ask for any money up front. And they can help you quantify the claim for your insurance company. That's what I would do. I would call Excel. Now, I'm serious. They're great people. And I don't make these recommendations lightly. I've literally known Jay for years and years and years. And he's the owner. His son has taken over too, Henry. It's 303-761-6400. They're great people. 303-761-6400. And the website is Excel, EXCEL, as an excellent, I like to say, excelroofing.com. Thanks for calling, Jim. If there's anything specific you need during this, let me know. People, I love when people call ahead of time, especially because he had someone knock at his door. And I want to make this very clear when it comes to door knockers, okay? I want to make this very clear. I am not saying that everyone knocking at your door is a bad company. But here's what I am saying. 99% of all roofing ripoffs start with a knock on the door. Did you hear what I just said? 99%. So the universe of door knockers has more ripoffs than the universe of roofers in general. So you're always better off if you are the one who is proactive, going out and searching the market based on criteria. And what is that criteria? First, that they truly have been around a while, truly, and they didn't just buy a name, that they have great reviews, real reviews, and that they take no money down for nothing, period. That's it. End of story. That they don't take your insurance check or anything, and they have they'd have no penalty clauses, and also that you get a complete and full estimate. Never go with a roofer, in my opinion, that says we're going to work with your insurance company. Now, I don't mind if they meet with your insurance company as long as you know about it and you're there. I just don't like bad roofers who make deals with bad insurance companies, and then you end up with a bad job because you didn't get everything you needed. That's why I like roofers to do a contract up front to let you know exactly what you need. I don't want roofers who say, if a roofer says this, don't worry about it, we'll do whatever your insurance wants. That's the worst thing they can say to you, because insurance doesn't always want the best for you. I got to take this break now. 303-713-TALK. Renew Home Innovations. Listen to this. The AC season is upon us. If you're told you need a new AC, they absolutely guarantee in writing the best, lowest price. RenewHomeInnovations.com, 303-904-2000, 303-904-2000.
Nope.
Now, impact traffic.
Yeah, city traffic not doing badly, at least on the freeways. They're fairly light. We're not seeing any unusual delays. There's been a couple of crashes off the freeway system. That would include 120th and Grant, as well as 92nd and Sheridan. It looks like right now that snow is definitely coming our way. It's kind of a rain-snow mixture. The roads are wet in Idaho Springs and heading our way right now. So it may make a little bit of an impact.
Oh, no. They exist.
No, I don't mean like
with traffic.
your
I'm Jonathan Steele.
I'm talking
this
about
report.
real.
No, dude. I've already watched. I was watching a documentary last week about this very thing. I'm not kidding.
No. New and legendary musician.
Stop. Stand by for Euro.
Podcasts? Listen to Taking a Walk on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
You know, if you hear me talking about the guaranteed lowest prices, that's my jam. Well, Euro Plumbing, Colorado.com. Did you just hear that? That's where you're going to get the best price on water heaters or anything plumbing. Call them and put them to the test. Water heaters starting at $14.99. They also do tankless. They also repipe entire homes with PEX piping. So if you need a repipe, you won't find anyone with better quality and better prices. No, you won't. In fact, anything plumbing, think Euro Plumbing. Colorado.com. Best price is 720-500-3000. 720-500-3000.
Thank you. Here, did you want to talk to Tom about that?
Just real quick.
Yeah.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
Tom, sorry. I was on the phone. Did you want me to get Tracy's information and then call him back once we have more information on the other company?
That's right. Yeah. If we can get some information to us, then they don't have to hold. And I want Bo to call that management company and say, look, aren't you responsible? Period. And he's in the rental business, so Bo is perfect for this.
Okay.
Well, there was also the matter of his deposits.
What's that?
And those deposits that they wouldn't release.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They wouldn't release the security deposit.
Okay, so I looked it up because this I don't mind asking AI.
Yeah.
What I saw something, I guess it was on Discover, new AI sex dolls, Sex, War, and Robots from 2017, Sex, Robots, and Us 2018 on the BBC. Here's my favorites, one of my favorites. The Sex Robots Are Coming, 2017 from BBC. But no, I did see a thing about this, and they were... The director was saying, as I am filming this, it is advancing so quickly, this will be outdated by the time we go to theater. And I'm sure they're right. Whatever movie it was or whatever documentary I was watching.
This is crazy.
Because it is, and there was a lot of concern about, it taking the place of human interaction. But what if some people need that sort of thing that can't be intimate? Right. So yeah, there's lots of layers to it. And oh my God, it is advancing very quickly.
Wow.
And I know it's funny that I look into that only because I'm scrolling along. There's one of the titles. I'm like, okay, that'd be fun. Let's see what that is. And it's like, holy crap, that is kind of bad.
Awesome. That's 402-251-2555.
Jeff, do you hate anchovies?
Good morning.
Right
dial tone.
Okay. You can't even with anchovies. You can't even do half because it'll permeate.
Yep.
By the way, if the guys want to laugh about sex robots, how long before you guys or your techs are putting them up on a rack and changing the oil?
Use guys
there.
Hey, with the way some of them clean their tools, I don't want to know what's going to happen with that robot.
Oh my God, yeah. Talk about packing your bearings.
Thank you so much for calling, Tracy. We appreciate it. Of course, bye. Thank you for calling Troubleshooter Show. Oh, never mind. Sorry. Sorry, Edward. I thought it was the phone ring.
Line one rang, and then there was nobody there. And
okay.
You're doing good, Axe.
It's crazy how good he's doing. Like I say, he's going to burn out quick.
Did you say that Kachina still listens to the show?
I don't know that she listens, but she does text me every day.
Honest to God.
Yep.
What is she doing?
I'm not paying close enough attention. Her texting me is just an opportunity for me to say something horrible back to her.
Isn't it drunk texting?
I'm sure. Oh, my God, I'm sure. Oh, I couldn't imagine the smell coming from there. Let's see, what did she want? She wanted me to send her the audio of Clarence Thomas' speech. I said, okay. And then she said, are you being serious or just being an asshole? And I said, yeah, a little of both. And she said, okay, forget it. That was this morning.
Hey, I want to get Mr. Green Jeans on about sprinkler systems when we have a lull, maybe next
Isn't
hour.
he dead? I actually did talk to Captain Kangaroo once with Murphy Houston over at the old K-How. Captain Kangaroo,
Mr.
what an
Green
honor.
Jeans.
Didn't he work with Captain Kangaroo?
I know. Yeah, that's
Here
right.
we go.
Tom Martino here. Welcome. 303-713-TALK. DenverRegen.com for stem cell therapy. If you're looking for stem cells, I've done the research. Real stem cells, real therapy, great results. DenverRegen.com. Okay, Edward, what's happening with you, Edward? Welcome.
Good afternoon, Tom and the gang.
I don't know where you are, but okay. Yeah.
Just curious. So I have a Subaru Impreza that has like less than 75,000 miles. I am paying full coverage on it.
Yeah.
And I would just like to know, is there like a liability? Can I get like a liability so I'm not paying as much? And if so, is there like some add-ons that I have to put on my liability insurance?
Okay,
and
Edward,
I also have State Farm,
I want to
and
make
I know
sure
it is absolutely terrible.
I want to make sure I want to cover this for you. Insurance has two reasons for existing. One is to protect you. The other is to protect the other party. If you are worth a lot of money, then you have to insure against the other party coming after you. So you always insure for at least your net worth. Okay, so if your net worth is $100,000, you have to have at least that in insurance. Well, because if you don't have enough, let's say you're a multimillionaire and you have the state minimums. They won't take the state minimums. They'll come after you personally. So that only you can answer. So for liability, you want to insure enough that protects you against them coming up against you. So in other words, whatever your net worth is, that's what your insurance limit should be for liability. Now, when it comes to collision coverage, how old is your car? You're not going to use it anymore, right?
No, it's 2017.
Okay.
Daily driver.
So are you going to still carry collision coverage or not?
I would say yes.
Okay. Because you mentioned something about having just liability and saving money. I would recommend this is what I would absolutely recommend for protecting yourself. Number one, you want uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage, no matter what. You also want something called MedPay or medical payments. And that should be at least, I think, $15,000, $25,000 is better. It's inexpensive coverage. So number one, I would definitely get underinsured, uninsured motorist coverage. I believe it's called UI, or something like that. Whatever it is, it's uninsured motorist coverage. That's what you want. You also want MedPay. Those two things. Then on the liability, make sure it covers your net worth. That's what you need to do. And if you really want to get the best price, you really just need to go to Compass and have them shop for you. They're brokers, so they're not beholden to any one company. They'll tell you, hey, Edward, this company will do this, but I found another company that'll do this. And they deal with about 25 different companies. Edward, if you have a specific question, we can have Axe call you back and get you on after the break so you don't have to sit there on hold. I'm Tom Martino. Stick around for more on the Troubleshooter Show.
Hey,
Compass's phone number. Do you need it?
Okay, so we have this ordered already. Yes, sir.
Okay. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much for calling in, Edward. Glad we could help. Bye.
Dates were car. Let's see.
His girlfriend has season tickets to the Rockies.
What's that?
His brother and his girlfriend had season tickets to the Rockies through the business.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you shoot tickets this weekend.
Is your brother in town?
Yeah, one of my brothers. Yeah. He's an engineer, construction engineer, project engineer. Bounces around.
Is he younger or older?
2 years younger.
I have 1 2 years younger.
Yep, I got 5 brothers scattered.
Holy shit.
Irish Catholic.
So there's 6 of them.
Yep.
All boys.
Yep. Most of them are on the East Coast. My older brother's in Michigan. Just retired.
Where'd you grow up?
Long Island.
Okay.
Yep.
On the
One in
island.
Connecticut, one in
The island.
Yeah, Long
Grew up on the island.
Yep.
Yeah, Dr. Moreau's Island.
I need to get more coffee. Any comments?
You may want to go both orifices on that.
What the hell? I don't even know what that means. Oh, coffee enemas. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, you may want to double up, dude.
It's like you want it's going to be 20 degrees tomorrow.
Oh, it's snowing out, guys.
Uh-oh.
Yay!
And then the second text is they're only like $30 a piece, and I'm like, first you offer them, and then what? Now you're selling them?
Yeah. It's like I'd love to go see a baseball game, by the way.
Yeah. Well, Rockies, yeah, baseball.
I know. That's what I just said.
Oh, I got instead of going to the Rockies, I'd rather go watch a baseball game.
Yeah. I'd rather go watch the freaking Pee Wee League.
I'd rather go do anything but sit at the Rockies for and actually pay for it.
If they get some freaking talent in there.
Well, hopefully the Broncos buying into it as a start.
I would hope so.
Because that ownership group is just.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I haven't been to a Rockies game in 11 years.
It's been a long time since I've been, yeah. Friend of a friend used to know one of the groundskeepers, so he used to get tickets, you know, and you could tell when he got a raise because the tickets got better. You know? But I'd tease him, I said, dude, I'll buy the tickets, feed my kids when we go there.
Right.
You know?
Wipes or food?
Hot dogs and
Found these in the break room.
Can't tell what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Jerky.
Oh, jerky.
You want a piece?
Nope. Reminds me of the Epstein files.
Thanks.
What?
No, now it reminds me of the Epstein files.
Does it taste like it reminds you of the Epstein?
No, it tastes good as hell.
Oh, okay, good.
like Japanese.
I couldn't imagine baby.
I've recently got my wife.
Well, apparently it tastes like cream cheese.
No, that's something else.
No, you're right. That's the placenta.
No, it was
really.
It was breast milk.
When the Nuggets were going up, and I wanted to see LeBron James go down.
Yep.
It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
no,
my
let's
God,
not.
Series, and then she's
let's
freaking basketball.
See, that's exactly what Michael. You know, because she can't stand.
Yeah, even as awful as all of that is for them to write, but for us to look at,
She won't watch hockey.
10, 15 years later in some
They only
cases,
score like 3 times.
it
She
can't
wants to see
be
One
processed.
of the biggest complaints a lot of people have.
Oh
about
no.
soccer.
Yep, and it's unfortunate.
Yep.
But
At least I
it's-
think it is.
I mean, if you have a game that's
Yeah, well,
2 to 3,
yeah.
I'm sorry,
It's always
no different than
difficult to
football game.
prosecute
It's
that sort of thing.
14-21.
The victims sometimes don't cooperate or are no
artificially
longer
inflict
around,
score.
or the evidence is certainly not there. And so all these people that are screaming for justice, you got to go do that. If you don't like John Podesta beating up some kid and the audio's caught on tape, you got to go deal with John. You can't. There's no. You can say it's not him. You can, whatever. He says it's not him.
My brothers were all wrestlers.
My youngest brother,
And he's
played
above
football.
it. So yeah, okay.
The goalkeeper.
Well, I know where you get gas, motherfucker. It's on. So you got to do it.
Yeah, man.
And there's just not enough good people willing to do awful things to bad people to fix it.
Well, it's because if you do something to a bad person, like me, my life would be over. Can't do anything after that.
Well, that's why I'm thinking, if 30, 40% of us rose up and said, okay, we're just going to fix this right now.
A lot more running.
And that
We're up
has
there for a
happened
full
in
90
human
minutes.
history
Oh, yeah.
many times.
Oh, yeah.
And we don't always end up being right.
No.
We end up overthrowing the French government, and then we install some jack-off monarchy, and it gets even worse. So the angry crowd has made mistakes many, many times.
One guy.
But we get riled up and do stuff. It's just there's a lot that is keeping us calm right now, because I'll sit there and I'll play Candy Crush as opposed to, take an axe to some stranger. Yeah, I'm just going to do this instead.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair. Why did they put these in here?
Silica packet to suck up moisture. It is some kind of like...
Yeah.
It's
You see that rotation
somewhat
on-
artificial. Hey, Google.
They don't care for that.
What is silica gel?
How can this son of a bitch? He told the girl he had Barbie dolls for her. He picks her up and strangles her. Did you hear about that?
that Amazon driver or
FedEx driver or whatever? Yeah. It is the most disgusting.
He's talking about it afterwards.
I know. He's a sick son of a bitch.
By absorbing moisture
So
from
sick.
the air. Common uses: electronics, prevents moisture damage in camera bags.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, and this is the Troubleshooter Show, where we're taking problems and complaints and answering questions, whatever is on your mind. So we have car day today. I have Kevin Calkin from Sheridan Auto Tech, Jeff Vick from Kimmer Transmission. So somebody wanted to know about the best all-around SUV. I'm getting a lot of text information, and basically, you think the Mazda is a great little SUV, right?
It's holding up really well. They've really stepped it up.
And you don't see them a lot.
Nope.
That tells you something. What about whether you call it an SUV or not? What about Subaru as a brand? I think Jeff, you said they need head gaskets more than.
They're notorious for head gaskets, But
What is that from? From warping or from what?
Well, Kevin can probably answer that one better.
All the gaskets, yeah. We joke about it's 100,000-mile Subaru tune-up as you pull the motor and change all the gaskets.
Oh my gosh!
But the Subaru folks, I mean, they love the car and they do it. It's just part of owning
And you don't like the Nissan.
No.
You
The electronics are tough.
What is the biggest problem with Nissans? I mean, because usually we group all of these Japanese car makers together. What do you not like about them?
Well, I mean, Nissan put all their eggs in one basket several years ago, and they're all their vehicles are CVTs, and they're very under-engineered, and they come apart. No two ways about it. If you've got a Nissan with a CVT, you're going to need a transmission.
Yes.
About how many miles?
Generally between, I've seen them as low as probably about 70,000, but it's real common to see them, around the 110,000.
Yep.
And you like Honda?
Honda's good platform. Yep.
And it's a good product. What about Lexus and those? Those are part of the Toyota family.
Yeah, Toyota Lexus are quality product. I mean, you're looking at something like a 4Runner if you wanted to get into more of a truck style.
Okay. 303-713-8255 is our number. We're ready to answer your questions. Let's see. I do have some texts I'm going to here in a second. I should have that ready. And okay, here they are. So on a tech question here, this guy went in for a $40 oil change, and they said he needed what was called fuel induction service, transmission flush, and a brake fluid exchange. I've never heard of that. Okay. Yep. Oh, wait. You said yes. So that is a real deal.
Oh yeah. That's what you get when you go to $40 oil change.
Why do you do? Okay. Yeah. The upselling, but why do you exchange fluid with brakes? I thought you added fluid. Why would you exchange it?
The fluid gets contaminated by the metals and everything that's in the system. So there is legitimacy, but you can test it and see if it's acidic.
So brake. I never realized this, but so the brake system really is more than just a topping off.
You never top off brakes. No, if the fluid is low enough to add.
Oh, is it that little of fluid it takes? Okay.
Yep.
So we're not talking about a quart, right?
No.
We're talking about a little reservoir.
Yes.
Okay. And is there any way, do they have a filter on that fluid? I'm just curious more.
No.
Okay. And then what about fuel induction? What does that mean? Fuel induction service? I've never heard of that.
It's more for like the direct injection systems. So you're no longer getting the fuel that's spraying on the valves during the combustion process to clean them. So you actually have to go in and get that carbon off of there. BG makes a product for it. I believe it's made out of walnut shells where they actually go in and they beat the stuff against the valves in order to clean that stuff out.
So, but fuel induction service, is it something you put in the fuel? Is it something you spray on? What is exactly?
It's a dual purpose. You do have a chemical you spray in through the throttle as it's running, and then you put the 44K, the BG product, in the tank. So it's a dual setup. But yeah, you do that every.
Does that have to be?
Depends on mileage and depends on driving. Every couple of years.
Okay, so the guy said for the transmission flush, the brake fluid exchange, fuel induction, and an oil change. What would you put them price tag at?
Three.
Just roughly.
About $900.
Okay, it was.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Okay, so, I'll tell you what, if you don't maintain the car, it's going to come back to bite you, but you don't need that done too often as far as brake fluids and transmissions, right? Transmission flushes how long?
About every 3 years or 36,000. I mean, most of the manufacturers, they're getting back to saying somewhere around 65,000, but I prefer to see a more intensive preventative maintenance schedule.
This person said their car is running great, but the mechanic says it has low compression. Okay. How important is compression? I mean, it's everything, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So if you have low compression, but it seems to be running okay, what do you do?
Go to another mechanic and
get that's a contradiction.
It is. Okay. So if you have low compression, it probably won't run great.
I would say no.
Okay. Now, when it has low compression, is that usually because, and I don't want to get too technical, but is it because of the rings around the valves not holding compression?
Either rings or valves. Either can cause, yes.
At different times of the stroke, right?
Yep.
Okay. So can you tell by a compression test which one it is? Or does the code tell you whether it's the pistons or the valves? Or at that point, if you're going to take it apart, you'll see both of them anyway?
Well, how does that work? If you got uniform compression that's low,
that's just old? Or?
That's an entire engine problem as opposed to one cylinder.
Okay.
You can have either a valve or rings.
Okay. I was charged $1,200 for brakes on a Honda Civic. depending on what they did. But can you see a $1,200 brake job?
Sure, easy.
Gosh, I mean, there are a lot of services nowadays that'll get people up over $1,000.
If you do all four wheels on a Honda with quality rotors and pads, you can go 1,200 very easily.
This one talks about their shocks, they were told, are leaking. Now, I know that there used to be a scam like that where they'd squirt something near your shocks, but okay, so what do they mean leaking? What is the leaking shock? Is that the seal around it? Or where the plunger goes in?
Yeah, basically where the piston goes in there. So they'll break down over time.
Do you just replace it? You don't replace seals, right?
No, you just replace it.
And they say they're unsafe. So really, are shocks a safety item? Shocks keep the car from really rocking a lot over bumps and things, right?
It's spring oscillation. So if you've seen somebody hit a bump and then their vehicle's going down the road for the next 2 blocks and it's still bouncing up and down.
Is there a self-test can people do? I used to remember people pushing down on the car in the front.
Oh, yeah.
Does that really work?
It's one way of looking, sure.
Okay. Now, shocks, this is my question, not a text. You can't, that's not something that would throw a code, right?
No.
The suspension and mechanical stuff, they don't throw codes, right?
Depends on the type of suspension. You've got air rides and stuff like that out there. Yeah, you can definitely get codes from.
Oh, you can. What basically are codes for? And when we're talking about codes, people, we're talking about that data port under the driver's seat, under the driving steering wheel there, under the dash. What do codes normally tell you? Kevin, you're a big one on codes for used cars. Sure. What does it tell you?
It will alert you to a history and a system failure. So in other words, if you have a misfire, you have ignition, you have fuel, you have a lot of different things.
Will there be a date on it?
There will be not a date so much as how many restarts since that code. So that's how it counts. It doesn't know Tuesday from Wednesday. If you started the car and shut it off and parked it 50 times, it'll clear it by itself.
Okay.
Or it'll tell you, the last drive cycle, this code was present.
And it clears. Why? Doesn't it clear only if it's fixed? It can keep reoccurring, right?
If it doesn't reoccur, a lot of codes in the 25 or 50 restarts, it will clear itself.
It'll still record in the historical memory, but it'll turn your light back off.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it hasn't recognized the problem.
It just calls it a glitch in its mind. It just didn't come back in so many instances.
So with a used car, then, you can really use the code history to tell you stuff about the car.
Yeah.
And what about if someone tries to screw with that code or clear them? What happens?
You can see if it's been cleared recently.
Yeah, you have readiness monitors.
And that tells you right there
that there was no reason to clear it if there wasn't anything there. Yeah.
What is the normal reason for clearing? Like when you fix something, you clear it?
Yeah, you never want to clear stuff out because there's data and everything for the person to use for diagnosis. That's why I hate it when they come from a parts store, for example, pulls a code and then clears it for them like they're helping them. It's like, that didn't help. Everything we needed is now gone.
So that's a history that is useful for mechanics.
Definitely. And quite frankly, when you go to some place like a parts store where they're doing these free ones, yes, it's a valuable service to get you an idea of what you need to be doing, whether you go see Kevin or come see myself. But our scanners are going quite a bit deeper than what those little handhelds are dealing with. So often we'll come in, although you had one code for a P0717, well, we find 3 other codes associated to that. And codes can be prompted by other codes. So it's important to have that entire list.
Yep.
Okay, so it's more than just one scan. You have to know how to probe it. Okay, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. One Clear Choice Garage Doors. If you can't get your garage door closed at night or open and you need to, they come 24/7. Now, they can work on any part of the door opener or the door itself. In fact, they're factory authorized for most doors. And a lot of these companies working out of the back of a little wagon or SUV, they're not. Now, OneClearChoiceDoors.com, a great company for your new garage door or opener or both. OneClearChoiceDoors.com.
Thank you.
Most watches today are mass-produced, designed by committees, built for margins. Wasson Watch Company is the opposite. A small American micro brand created by real watch enthusiasts who want a no-nonsense field watch. Clean design, rugged reliability, zero fluff. Every Wasson is built in limited batches, and right now, for a limited time, field watches are $300 off. If you're tired of disposable fashion watches, upgrade to one built by people who actually care. See the latest drop at wassonwatch.com. WASSON watch.com.
Somebody asked if Vestera Turnkey deals with condos. No. They do single-family homes only. And what I mean by that is this. Vestera Turnkey is a program that helps people become landlords. They help you identify properties. They help you to manage and rent the properties. They help you with anything that comes up about the property, and then ultimately to sell the property for profit. That's what it's all about. But the key is finding the right markets with the right rental history. So what they do is research all over the country. If you want to find out more and hear their secrets of a successful venture, then you want to go to the webinar, the seminar. And I said it's not March, it's May 2nd. So mark your calendars and go here to sign up. MyBiggestReturn.com.
Thank you.
Little boy chair.
Hey, Bo.
Yeah, that's happening.
So who got the Doc Award? Jeff or Kevin?
Jeff. No, Kevin, I'm sorry.
Kevin. Ha Kevin.
You never have to worry about Bo causing that sort of problem because his is always on vibrate.
Yeah, like
oh my God.
That's right. I think you took the batteries out of it, Shannon.
Don't you wish people came with codes? God, somebody needs to pull a code on you.
Sure.
What the hell's going on?
I went down looking for your electric bike the other day. I couldn't find it.
Why?
Because I wanted to do something to it.
Does he
Shannon's
take an electric?
bike.
He has an electric bike.
Yeah, he's got it stashed in the basement somewhere.
Yep. Specialized Turbo Como 4.
Como.
It's a
That's
Como.
what they call it. There's Como, and there's a couple other words like that. There's Vomo. There's whatever specialized product, but Como, COMO. I don't know.
It's a pretty color. You showed it to me.
It is so purple. Oh my God.
Did you buy the bike because all the tires are flat on your vans?
No. My van has great tires still. But no, no, I don't know. It was either that or an espresso maker. I think the bike's better for me. It's been fun. I went around the other day, huh?
Yeah, did you go down to Golden Corral in your...
that was my first trip. Very first trip was right to Golden Corral. Third trip was to a cigar store at Broadway in Hampton. Now, I know it's kind of defeating some of the purpose here.
Broadway.
But I am an enigma.
Yes, you are.
Wrapped in a cipher and covered with secrets. All right, stand by for more hilarity.
.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here, solving problems. I hope if you have a problem, question, or complaint. And this woman who owns a single family home rental, Bo, I wanted you to call on. She believes, or he believes, that the management company should be responsible for all the damage their painter did. Now, it's not, they didn't paint it, but they hired the painter. And I know you have quite a few rentals, but you manage them yourself. But what do you think? Do you want to call this management company and see if they feel any responsibility at all?
The management company's painter did damage to the apartment?
And when I say the management company's painter, I don't mean that necessarily he works for them or they're a painting contractor, but apparently they arranged for it. And the way Tracy talked, he did quite a bit of damage. The painter did quite a bit of damage. And now he wants the management company to take care of it.
Okay.
And, okay. Also, thanks for reminding me, Jeff. Also, Bo, they won't release the security deposit to him. And he believes that he should, actually, I know why. He wants the security deposit released to him, and they won't. They will only release it to the tenant. But he feels he has a right to keep the security deposit, but I'll bet you the management company is thinking the tenant didn't do the damage, the painter did. But then you could make the argument that the painter had to be there because of damage and did even more damage. I don't know. That's why I'm asking you to call them and figure that out. As far as other calls of that's the only one we really need to follow up. People, if you have a problem or question or complaint, give us a call. It is car day today if you have any car questions, and I do, by the way. So let me go back to my little bin here of questions. My check engine light came on, and the car runs fine. How seriously should I take an engine light? One shop wants $180 to check it out to figure out what it is. Now, that's a good question. First of all, check engine light. Here's what I don't like about it. They can come on for something minor or something major, right?
Because you got the gas cap isn't tight enough.
Okay, but how do you know if it's serious and you have to stop driving or not? How do you know?
Well, if you need to immediately stop driving, it'll flash at you.
So we should take that very seriously when the check engine light flashes.
You should stop driving. Yes.
Okay. Now, do cars automatically go into a limp mode, or they don't all do that?
Depending on the code, depending on the problem. Yes.
And a limp mode means that you can only drive it so fast and so long, and it continually
because
keep you in check. Right.
It won't shift. Yep.
So it's enough maybe to get it to a shop.
That's why we always recommend, if you want something quick, go to a parts store, just get a code pulled, and then call your mechanic. Tell them I got this code. Do I need to worry about it or not?
They want to know about how you feel about auto parts. Or you just mentioned this, Jeff. This text had come in earlier. My auto parts store scanned my code for free. And then they said I need an oxygen sensor. So you guys are telling me codes don't tell you necessarily you need an oxygen sensor. But the guy at the auto parts store said, how would the guy at the auto parts store recommend a sensor?
The reasons that they offer that service is because what do they do?
They want to sell things. Right. But how do they know which part to sell?
AI.
Really?
Yeah. They plug it into their
setup. What is recommended?
You get a little printout for recommended repairs for that code.
So,
and it may work.
But remember, again, I mean, okay, you can sell them an O2 sensor, but then you find out that the wires are laying against the exhaust and burn through it. You know, the O2 sensor is not going to get fixed.
But it pointed to the O2 sensor.
It pointed to the circuit is what it did.
Yep.
And then they just, like you said, they want to sell a part. So they say, look, this is most likely your oxygen sensor. But you're saying it could be anything.
It could be any number of things, yes.
My dashboard lights up like a Christmas tree when it's cold, but it doesn't, then it goes away. It's only in cold weather. And I don't know what they mean if it lights up when they're driving or when they start or whatever. When you start a car, all your lights light up just as a check, right?
Light check, yep.
And then as you start, they all go out, right?
Typically.
Okay. So I don't know what he means. I think there's an electrical short somewhere, but I don't know why cold would matter. Do more electrical problems come up in the cold, Kevin?
Or hot, any extreme.
Okay.
It may not be charging at one point when it's too cold, so maybe it takes a minute for the alternator to kick in, then all the lights go out. Because it's all based on voltage. So you got to start with voltage.
Okay. This guy said he had a battery go bad twice in a year. That's way too much. I mean, when you put a new battery in, it shouldn't go bad again.
Unless it's being drawn down, and then it's constantly going from a low state to being charged. They're not designed to do that.
So drawn down, what would draw down a battery to make it so where it doesn't recycle, it doesn't cycle anymore? In other words, our batteries are always charging, right?
Well, yeah, but they do maintain a state. You don't want them to get
really, really low. If they get really, really low and then have to be charged again, does that take away from its lifespan?
Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of peripheral stuff you can have on a car now with GPSs and different, the little insurance things you plug in.
Right.
They all draw a little bit, and some draw a little too much. Not enough to kill the car overnight, but enough to have a low state in the battery.
Well, and touching on those little insurance things that you plug.
In fact, I got a text about one of the insurance things.
I don't think there's a manufacturer out there that doesn't have TSBs related to these artificial plugins that they can interfere with the operation of the vehicle and its performance.
Yep.
They can.
Yes, well, certainly.
What about I have one about the insurance. The insurance, what do they call them? They're data readers. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, doggles. I mean, there's a lot of different terminology.
Okay. Anyway, I have a question about that we'll come back to because they're becoming more and more ubiquitous now that insurance companies know they can find out a lot. But what I want to know is what they can find out. We'll talk about that coming up. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Okay. Frank will do a property analysis, and let me tell you how important it is. You'll know what your house will sell for based on his 30 years of experience and his selling techniques. Now, there is no obligation to list, but he'll tell you, you know what? This is how much I think you'll get, and this is how much you'll net, and this is what you can afford to buy. And it's all very realistic, it's detailed, and it's free of charge. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622.
Thank you. You got.
Yep.
Hang on here. Let me.
Oh wait.
6 minutes. Get out.
Right, got it.
6 minutes.
Thanks.
Get out.
The pizza can never come when I am. When I'm.
I 6 minutes. Yeah.
Thanks for getting lunch.
Yeah. I'll believe it when it's here. Actually, this new jam has been working.
Now I'm looking at it, Adam.
I still laugh at that picture they sent you where your pizza was.
I was busy, Jersey.
Here's the pizza box.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Adam, when did this Tracy girl call in?
It's a guy, like my
text.
It's
a guy.
Yeah.
Guess I should read it. Okay.
Yeah, it's just he called. He's the caller about today. Tom was talking to you about.
Right. Was it like a half hour ago or an hour ago? Because I'm going to rewind it.
Like about half hour ago, an hour. I could not
There's
remember.
Not much. There's not much to listen. He just basically said he owns a rental, and they hired a painter. The painter did a lot of damage. He fired the management company, but he wants them to reimburse. Yeah.
Tom. Yeah. Bo's gonna call him.
Okay.
I know. I'm just getting a little extra info.
Look, call him. I bet that he'll know the words to the story that Tom is trying to tell you.
Okay, Mr. Scott.
I'm just trying to save Tom. I think that your life is determined by the number of words you use, and God cuts you off at some point. Let Tom take a break.
Well, the amount of words you use,
I mostly use
Mr. Scott, you'd be dead a long time. What's that?
F off.
Okay, I'm going to come over there and get you. Better put a lock on that control room door.
This
I was gonna do
camera piece of shit. It just keeps. God damn it! It's just like all kind of crazy shit.
Yeah, it's spinning right now. Yeah.
What, the one in the guest bathroom?
Yeah.
Hey, don't say anything about that one, Shannon.
I don't understand. It's just not working properly. It should be.
I think the internet's off.
That should be my one.
There it goes.
That should be my one shot.
Yeah.
It's doing just the opposite of.
My internet's buggy too, so maybe that's.
Is it?
Yeah.
Weird. Just weird. It's this thing. I hate these things. These little switchers go bad. This is my second one.
Yeah, that could be Sublime downstairs. They're playing tonight at Red Rocks.
You're kidding.
No.
Really?
Who is it? Shannon Sublime?
Could be. Because they're the biggest name on the concert calendar today.
Oh.
Yeah, no, they're huge. I listen to them.
I hung out with them
annoying.
a couple weeks ago. Huh?
It's annoying.
Shut up, Bo.
It's the freaking vibration through here.
Well, listen, not only would we hear them, we would smell them if it was actually them.
You don't think it is?
Oh, my God. And they're super nice guys.
Oh. Well, Adam,
there's
go
like
down
two original members and then a couple of kids, don't you know? Because it's the lead singer's kid.
Now it's not switching at all.
And he was super nice when we had him at Kegs and Eggs a few weeks ago. Well, actually, exactly 1 month ago. Whenever the hell St. Patrick's.
I got a question on car batteries for the guys, Tom.
Unhooking them to the nipples?
Yeah, that's where the...
What?
Where does the positive go, Shannon?
Oh, come here, I'll show you. Remember that great scene in Lethal Weapon where they're zapping the hell out of Mel Gibson in the shower?
Oh, that was good. Yeah.
And I love that guy. I don't know that actor's name, but remember he reappeared in Die Hard? He was the bad guy who grabbed a candy bar out of the display case there in the lobby of the Nakatomi Plaza.
I do remember that.
I like that guy.
Mine.
I think he was also in Big Trouble in Little China.
Big Trouble, Little China. Isn't that some phrase?
I love Big Trouble, Little China. Oh. Like Jack Burton always says. Who? Me, Jack Burton.
Hey, Adam, thanks for helping me out on my S20 phone last night.
Oh, yeah, of course, Bo. Did it work?
It's S21.
Samsung.
Oh.
I put a password in by mistake, and I couldn't get rid of it.
I thought he was talking about that insurance form you get after a DUI. What is that one called?
That's an SR20, not an S20.
Okay, that's what I thought he meant.
Yeah, Adam, that was going to be super annoying if I had to type in a password every time I needed the phone.
I have a password. Get over it.
Get over it? I hate passwords. Mm-hmm. I miss 1, 2, 3, 4 is my password.
That's Tom's password. If anybody out there listening needs to know Tom's bank password.
1, 2, 3, 4
is password, but the O is a 0.
Always.
So tricky.
Oh, man.
Well, it's not too late to come over for pizza.
Really? You're inviting me?
Yeah, just bring a plate and a fork.
And pizza.
Send him a picture of a pizza on the road. Here we go.
You can call.
Hang on.
Hello, I'm Tom welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I am convinced there's something wrong with me magnetically. There's something wrong with me. First of all, you know, those watches that you wear, the LEDs or whatever they are, LCD. The digital ones, right? Not the hands, the digital. They don't work with me. They don't work. Everyone, I'll put it on, it'll work for a day or so, and then it goes blank. And then I've been known to like touch things and they go crazy. I'm not kidding you, by the way. I can keep electronic things and then they go bad. They just go bad. I don't know why. I don't touch anything. And out of nowhere, people say, well, we've never had that problem before. What I love about the internet, by the way, with customer service is you can find out if they've had that problem before because you go on and read reviews. But do you remember when they used to say that to make you feel stupid? Well, I can't say we ever had that problem. And basically, it was one of their main problems they never addressed. But they tell you, well, we've never heard this before. So you feel like you're doing something wrong. Now with the internet, they can't do that. But in any case, I just want to know if there's anyone else listening who's had this experience with electronic things. I actually can take my hand on some of these displays like the Nest or any of that and wave my hand. I know that they have a setting where you wave your hand to let it know you're around and alive and it picks up movement. I'm not talking about that. I can make it disappear, the whole thing, and start blinking like it was reset by waving my hand over it. Also, now this one I don't know about. I don't know if it's real or not, but have you ever had street lights go out when you're under them? They just go out and then back on again. Has that ever happened to you? Somebody told me that it's something with street lights. When they get overheated or something, they go off. I don't know why, but street lights, more often than not, if I stand under a street light for any given amount of time, it goes off. Has anyone ever experienced that, or am I just crazy?
I think you're crazy.
Am I nuts? Really?
That's correct.
No one's ever experienced a street light going off when they walk up to it. So, like if I'm at the park, for example, and there's a number of street lights, you can tell where I am by the light that goes off.
Wow.
I'm not, by the way, you would think I'm kidding, right? I'm not talking about a UFO abduction, okay? I'm not going to tell you about that. I'm just kidding. I never had a UFO abduction. I've wanted one, never got one. In fact, I used to stand, when I was younger, used to stand outside in the night sky and beg aliens to pick me up and probe me. I want to know what the hell it's all about. Do you know that there are people who claim they were abducted and they truly have consistent stories? I mean, in other words, they're not like random. They all seem to follow certain things. They all get probed and they all, they talk about being caught away. Well, like they don't know how they got transported to the ship and they were abducted and then let go at the same place and hours have gone by. Again, I am not telling you I believe this stuff. But it is weird if you look into the people who claim to be victims of an abduction, of an alien abduction. They're all quite similar, and they don't necessarily read each other's account. So I wonder, I don't know. I just wonder if there's maybe something going on. I don't know. I don't know enough. Now, we talked about this, and I want to know about it. Somebody else texted me about the insurance dongle or the insurance code reader. What does the insurance company look for? They want to know. And they want to know, does it interfere with the regular diagnostics? First and foremost, I would assume it does not interfere with.
Well, you have to disconnect it in order to.
Right. So when you guys have to pull it out, put your machine on there or your reader on there. But while it's on your car, what are insurance companies looking for?
They're looking for obviously for high rates of speed on a regular basis. They're looking for.
That's what I want to know. You need to tell me that little data port or somewhere in my car, my speed is being recorded.
Yeah, it's reading everything from your computer. I'm going to say everything I can pull up on a scanner. So I can monitor speed. I can monitor wheel speed. I can see.
So I wonder if John Fuller. You know, we should ask him. Is John around right now? I want to ask him. Do they subpoena these in court and say, hey, right before this incident, there was a brake or not a brake. If somebody claims, "Hey, I never saw the guy coming, yet you see the guy rev up like he's trying to get across the intersection, or the guy applied his brakes trying to avoid something." I wonder if these data ports have ever come up in court. What else can they tell? They can tell rates of speed. Can they tell hard braking?
Yes, they definitely can. Actually, Mark talked about that several months ago. His whole family ran it on their vehicles so that they could lower their rates, and they were able to. I believe it was his son that they were recognized that he was doing a lot of aggressive braking.
Did the insurance company tell Mark, or did Mark?
Because they based their rates upon each individual driver.
But they tell you it can't make your rates go up.
Give you a report on it, what they see, how many miles you drive, how often, what time of the day you're driving. Is it night driving, day driving?
You know what? Then in that case, my invention should work. Not my invention, my strategy. I was saying, because car insurance is getting so expensive, people should only be charged for what they drive.
Sure.
And you should pay by the mile.
A lot of insurance companies, and I think was Brian over at Compass, right?
Yeah.
I think he was talking about it before, that yes, they do base it off of your driving habits, but typically you'll get a discount, but that disappears over time.
Yeah. Let's go to Sandy. Sandy, you have a question about cruise control? What's going on, Sandy?
I do. I have a 2025 Honda Pilot that ever since I bought it, I have had nothing but trouble with the cruise control, just all of a sudden disengaging.
So does it ever turn on by itself, or it only turns off by itself?
Only turns off by itself, and then sometimes I can't ever get it back on.
Really?
I was first told that it was bugs that were on the radar camera. Just some crazy things.
Yeah, I would go to a different dealer.
By the way, do you have a radar jammer?
Yes, and they've replaced the radar. They've adjusted the radar.
She's talking about the sensors on the front.
She's talking about the front sensor. Gotcha. I don't know, right. Kevin. Why would a cruise control suddenly switch itself off? I'm guessing there's a sensor in the brakes or something. Maybe
that's typically what it is.
That's what so that you can lift into that noise is ridiculous. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking when you touch the brake, it goes off, and something in there keeps it on. It's a faulty sensor, and that's why she can't get it to go back on again until that sensor resets itself.
Yeah, because the brake switch will ground it, so it can't come back on. Yep.
They
should be able to figure that out.
I think it's a 2025. It's a warranty.
You just go to a different dealer.
Yeah, Sandy, that's another thing. Go to a different dealer and just tell the dealer, don't tell them what the previous one said. Just say, look, I need this fixed. They should be able to figure that out pretty easily. But make sure you keep a note of it, because if it ever comes out of warranty, they still have to cover it because you discovered it under warranty. Kevin, what would you troubleshoot at first? How would you even troubleshoot that?
Well, the hard part with those is there's so much that goes into it, because what they're talking about, the radar will bypass the cruise control as well.
What do you mean by that? That's if it's something in front of it.
In the bumper, say they're covered with dirt or mud or snow, you won't be at your cruise control to engage either.
Oh,
so that
because it senses something in front of it.
There's something in front of it. So there's a lot that goes into it. So it's a challenge.
My car has, when I'm on cruise control, whatever the control they call it, it stops behind another car, let's say at a red light, and then when that car starts moving, mine starts up again and moves. So that's that radar thing.
Yep.
It can sense movement of that slight.
Yep.
And sometimes my car starts moving, and that car in front of me moved only an inch, and it'll sense that movement. So, Sandy, you got to tell them to check the sensors, the radar sensors, and also the brake sensor for sure. That would keep it from re-engaging if it's a sticky switch or a bad switch. Anyway.
I hope that.
What's that?
The Honda CRVs have the same problem. and the engineers have got that fixed. And my daughter has a CRV, and they put a new sensor into the brake reservoir, and that seemed to help hers.
Did she say something in the brake reservoir? A new switch?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're having trouble. Axe or Shannon, we're having trouble hearing her. Let's not talk to her anymore. I mean, I want to talk to her, but talk to her off the air. And you know, Kevin, have you ever had people come to you and say, I'm having this problem, but the car's under warranty, and all they want you to do is at least give the dealer an idea of what's going on? Have you had that too, Jeff, where they don't even trust their dealer, but it's under warranty, so you guys can tell the dealer what to look at?
Yeah, no, that happens, a few times a year anyway.
Really?
Yep.
With a transmission, Jeff, and you're.
Well, they're trying to.
So the dealers and the person says, look, I can't have you fix it if it's a warranty issue, but at least you can help me find out what it is, because the dealer's not finding it. And if you have found things that dealers couldn't.
And it's not only that they haven't found it, sometimes they're leading them down a different path. They're saying there's not a problem here, or it's actually a problem over here. They're avoiding actually fixing it.
And you've done that too, Ken?
We had a Jaguar that they said did not have a battery draw. In fact,
and it did.
They had called the show. That's how they came to us. And yeah, we were able to prove that it did.
And then the dealer fixed it.
I didn't hear back. That was the end of our involvement, but yeah.
That's very interesting. Just a diagnostic to tell the dealer where to look or what to fix. Compass Insurance Group will do a free insurance checkup. It is so important. They save people 85% of the time. They save people money. And they tell you if you have good coverage, bad coverage, if you need more coverage or less coverage. 303-996-9000.
Yep.
Now, Impact Traffic.
Yeah, we are getting snow in the metro now. It's making for kind of a wet, sloppy drive. It's not really icing. If it's sticking at all, it's on the grassy areas or rooftops. We are seeing quite a bit of slowing, though, up north coming into the city, into downtown, both directions. There was a crash northbound at 8th Avenue, but it is off to the side. 270's been running awfully heavy both directions, even Pena coming out of the airport. We've had a car fire down in Littleton at Santa Fe and Church. There's delays there. And watch for the lights possibly out at Colfax and Spear downtown. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by The Rogue Recap with Linda McLaughlin.
Dangerous social media trends, media scandals, dumb TikTok boycotts, and more. Keep up with all the online stories mainstream media ignores by listening to the Brad vs. Everyone podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
You want the guaranteed lowest price for any plumbing repair? You will go to EuroPlumbingColorado.com. Water heaters starting at $14.99. They also do tankless with the best prices around. So if you're looking for anything plumbing, EuroPlumbingColorado.com, 720-500-3000. Not only great prices, but great quality. 720-500-3000. Put them to the test. EuroPlumbingColorado.com.
Now you got to bring your car.
Okay. What's in your pockets?
I'm not working. Find my chapstick.
I don't want your chapstick.
Well, that's what I want. Well, I don't have my wallet, so bummer.
You don't have your wallet?
No.
It says here, Tommy, Chinese automaker patents car with toilet under passenger seat.
What in there?
Wow, that's pretty cool.
I don't know. We're not.
Let me see.
We're not going to be working on those. No. Some people treat their car like it's a toilet.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. You've seen some horrible stuff, haven't you guys?
Oh, yeah. Believe it or not, some of the messiest vehicles are typically women.
Did I do something?
Makes sense.
Closed out of it.
I see this car. This is.
Yeah, why would you do that?
I'm looking at it. Look at it. Oh, God.
Big X button right here.
How do you cover it up?
Why?
No. Unless you accidentally either hit.
Someone came.
Unless you hit alt.
Why would
hit alt F?
You told them to go before you
Why
left.
not make it
5 blocks down the road. I gotta go.
I'm not looking at that.
Why did they take a picture of a pizza box when they pick it up? Who gives a shit? Your order's been picked up.
That's proof.
Shana thinks it's sublime.
Of nothing.
With or without the rocks.
So here, let me show you this. This guy Daniel's going to be calling.
Yep, this goddamn video switcher's out to lunch. You piece of
He
shit.
wants to do an update. I already talked to him.
Cool.
So it was my case from last Friday.
Oh, okay.
So I'm texting him the phone number to the show.
It's not even
I was
working.
with him. Okay, thank you. Hey, what do I owe your mom?
Garbage.
Okay, all right, buddy.
Damn it.
I thought you didn't want me texting your mom.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Thank you for calling the Troubleshooter Show. Can I get a first name? Art, how can we help you?
Yeah. This video switcher's out to lunch.
That's crazy.
Huh.
His family disappeared in 1958. They just found the remains in a car.
It takes
The
after
whole
its
family?
owner.
The parents and two of the kids were recovered. The parents were never recovered.
Okay, cool. So it was a fire or a crash on I-25?
703. 703.
Well, you saw the one where the guy saw the missing person off of Google Earth.
Oh, that's right.
Wait, what happened?
There was a guy a few years ago. He was he had moved away from where he was actually
awesome.
Google Earth.
I'll tell you what. Do you want me to
Looked
put
at
you on a
his
hold
neighborhood,
and
and they
come
had
back from break? Tom,
retention
pick your call up.
pond or something that was out there. Well, as he's looking at it, it's like,
Thank you so
there's a
much.
car in there.
Oh, no.
They sent it over, and the kid had been missing for 9 years or something.
Yeah, it's a
like
long
that.
time. Yeah.
A fight on I-25?
A fight?
That's what Adam put up. A fight on I-20. Oh, now he changed it. That went from fight to comment on I-25. I wonder if that's regarding that big 75 car accident.
That was on I-70.
Yeah.
It was at the tunnel.
Oh, okay.
70 car or some crazy number.
That doesn't happen more because I know when you come out of there, you can't see anything.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, I'm going 90 on I-25 yesterday, getting passed by people. It's like, oh man, how do you keep the sticky side down? All right, here you go.
iHeart app and search 2%. That's TWO.
I wasn't going 90.
Listening.
Hello, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. What's going on in your life? How can we help you? Let's talk. Art has a comment on I-25. Art, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, you talk about burning out watches and stuff, but I'm a retired firefighter, and we used to have a lot of calls to I-25 at exit 119 because there are power lines that cross the highway there, and people would black out or whatever. They go, I don't know what happened. I just saw myself crashed. And so there are other people that have that same thing that you have.
Really?
And so I don't know if you're ever in that direction. When you go past exit 119, which is south of County Line, you might be surprised.
Now, these people say they lost consciousness?
They just kind of blacked out for a minute and lost track because, they're going 70 miles an hour, and they lost track for a second
that
or
would
two,
scare
and
the
next
heck
thing you know,
out.
they're...
That would scare the heck out of me, man. Wow, lose consciousness and then find out. I think we've all been guilty sometimes, and let's just admit it. We've all been guilty sometimes of maybe driving and being very, very, very tired.
Oh, yeah.
And almost you find yourself nodding. I have to literally pull up. I mean, if you don't pull away, you're going to kill yourself. And no matter how hard you fight it, you find yourself nodding. Anyway, I think everyone has to admit, and thanks for calling, Art, appreciate it. Everybody has to admit that they've had to pee so bad that they've done it in a container in the car. Yes? Everybody, like if I had a water bottle and you pour out the water, come on. So anyway, a Chinese company has come up with something of a solution I'm going to tell you about. I think it's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard about. But first, let me talk to Daniel, who has an update because Deputy Bo has been working with him.
Uh-oh.
Daniel, Bo, do you know what he's talking about? Daniel, what's going on?
Yeah.
Hi, Daniel.
Yes, sir. It's an honor, Tom. My mother had a lot of problems at her senior apartment building, and Officer Bo was very motivated to help with security issues, and the doors have been fixed. And as a matter of fact, my sister called me and said they were video recording the operation of all the doors.
You say she's been there for 13 years, right?
Yes, sir.
And you said they had chronic elevator issues and heater issues and all kinds of problems.
Oh yeah, yeah. Most of this winter, the main commons area furnace didn't work, and they had space heaters plugged in all over the place.
Right, terror management really stepped up, Tom.
Good, I want to hear about it after the news. I want to hear about it on the Troubleshooter Show. This is why it pays to listen to and call the Troubleshooter Show. Stick around, find out more.
Yep.
You know, those times when you're driving, you're just about to your destination, you realize you don't remember the trip getting there?
Mm-hmm. Oh, my God.
That's very uncomfortable.
It's like
you're driving far.
Did I just lights?
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, yeah.
There's a police officer having my watch 15 minutes.
Who do we think's downstairs? Sublime is back in town. I don't know. Yorn is also playing for Bluebird.
Could be anybody for the 420 stuff, so it could be anything that way.
Is Adam going to go downstairs and hang out with Sublime? Is that the name of the band? Sublime or Sublime?
I don't see colors.
What? Never heard of them. Why do they say guaranteed human all the time?
Because some people are doing AIs.
It's just, that must cost a lot in airtime. It seems like every hour. Of course we're human.
I don't see. How do you pick it up? And how do you flush it? Where does it go? Probably on the road.
How do you do it in a helicopter, Tom? You just roll down the window and toss the bottle out?
In the helicopter, I land in a field somewhere.
You make a landing just to take a pee?
Sometimes I've done that.
Oh.
That's dragging. He likes to make his entrance with the ring doorbell. That all came up one day when Tom,
I don't know how that
it just kept going off on them upstairs. They were complaining about it, so they.
God, this guy taking a sweet time getting here. Oh, I'm sorry, I just got an update. He's coming down Isla right now.
My wife will watch those maps, and you can watch where they're at. And she gets pissed off when she finds out that they're stopping someplace else.
Should have stopped at my house first.
Why the hell did this piece of shit stop working?
The estimated payment is about $100. And the parent company of shopping channels QVC and HSN are filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. QVC says there are currently no plans for layoffs. It's rather aiming to emerge from bankruptcy in the next 3 months. And it's back to the old days of one grocery store chain in California, paper bags with no handles. Safeway, done by Albertsons, claims a global supply shortage. Mike Buskey, ABC News.
At Social Security, we are always thinking of ways to save you time and make things easier. That's why we created My Social Security. Opening a My Social Security account gives you secure access to your personal record and interactive tools tailored for you. You can see if you are eligible to receive benefits, view spousal benefit estimates, and compare.
You talking about me again, Tom?
Oh, you heard me say that.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Yep.
Dragon would have jumped me if I said that.
You're not his type.
Oh. Hey, were you going to bring me some treats, Jeff?
That's why I asked when you were going to be when we're going to be in studio.
We're eating them right now.
Damn it. Those are mine.
Yeah, thanks.
I think I'll be here next Friday. I wasn't going to Oh, okay. And I guess I wasn't going to. Doc was supposed to come over today, but
yeah, I won't be there for the next 2 weeks actually.
Really? Where you going? Hunting? Where are you going?
Yeah, next weekend I'll be hunting, and then the weekend after that, my wife and I have some plans for her birthday.
What hunting season?
Turkey. I wanted to go hunt. I want to go hunt turkey hunting. I've never been turkey hunting.
Well,
where do you go for?
Just put up. What's that? I'm going to use a shotgun this time. So,
yeah, because you don't want to. You don't want to miss.
I've done them archery.
You have to clean out all the shit, right?
If you want to take the whole bird, yeah, or you can breast and thigh them. Just take the breasts and thighs.
Yeah, just deep down.
Most guys don't bother saving the drumsticks.
No.
I love the
drumsticks. Not a whole lot there. Not on a wild turkey. Yeah, it's not like a domestic turkey.
Wild turkey, believe it or not, in Denver, in Bonnie Brae, down our alley, wild turkey came walking down.
Oh yeah, they're all over the place.
Where do they come from? I mean, the wild turkey in town.
Yeah, they're all over Colorado Springs.
They are.
Go down by Brooks' place. He's littered with them.
Saw a peacock one day down at Coors Field outside.
And you can only kill them during season.
Really?
You have to have a tag just like you do for.
What? Like if they're on my yard, in my land, I can't just.
No, you have the control of
Actual
DOW.
peacock on the sidewalk? Yeah.
So some areas you have to apply, but the majority of areas just over-the-counter tags.
Not even close to the zoo.
But does it look like?
Never heard of one that gotten away.
I'm like when
My
you
wife
cook
saw
it, does it
one.
look and taste like turkey?
They're different from a domestic turkey
nice.
for sure.
So,
It all tastes like chicken,
I would
Tom.
always brine
I've never been to
a domestic turkey, but I'll definitely brine a wild turkey.
Not as much fat.
School field trip?
School field trip was only to the.
not as large.
It was like the Denver Capitol. Very boring.
Jeff, are you going to call me when you get a transmission disassembled?
That's pretty much almost a daily basis, Bo. You just have to drive over, or you can call and make sure we've got one.
I went to the aquarium. It was okay.
I'll call you next week if I'm not required in here.
That was when I was.
I want to see one disassembled.
Oh, yeah.
It won't show you shit.
No, just go buy one and take it apart.
Oh, shh.
I did go.
Okay, Kevin, I'm gonna go spend $3,000 buy a tranny and disassemble it. Yeah, I'm not.
I've got some old
They weigh
cores
like
I'd actually give to you.
Yeah, I'd throw them away. The core guy comes and takes them.
Oh. Yeah, I've always wondered.
I am also a partial believer that field trips are wasted on the young.
The field trip does what to who?
It's wasted on them.
I wonder
You need to get a
if.
field trip from like this job.
So the core,
Like, hey,
what?
Jojo come in one day and say, everybody's off today, we're
For
going to the
what, like a
zoo."
transmission core?
Yes.
That would be so fun.
Right?
That would be much better than wasting all the stupid
Sure,
kids.
yeah, I mean, the pumps will get rebuilt. Some of the hard parts, like the planetary gears and stuff like that, they get reused. So unless they're bad, there's no reason to
And it's-
toss them.
And Jeff, it's made of aluminum, right? The transmission core.
What is made of aluminum?
The whole housing of a transmission. The case. I'm sorry, the case.
Yeah, most of them are made out of aluminum, but there's some composites out there now.
Is that nefarious or a coincidence? And why do people who play racket sports live up to 10 years longer? Join me at 4.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to Car Day. Today, we have Uncle Kevin Kalkin from Sheridan Auto Tech and Jeff Vick, Kimmer Transmission. Talking cars if you want or anything else on your mind, just call us at 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Jason has a comment on Nissan because these guys somebody texted asking for a recommendation for an SUV, or no, someone called and texted, but someone called the show, and we were talking about small SUVs, and they said they love the Mazda, and Subaru's not bad. They said Toyota's great. They named a number of them. By the way, you said you didn't like Nissan. You have a comment, Jason. Go ahead.
Hey, Tom, yeah, you were talking about those junk transmissions, and I just wanted to confirm we have a small fleet of Nissan Rogues and a couple of Pathfinders, and we've replaced 3 transmissions, 2 engines, and number 4 is being towed to the shop right now, likely for another transmission.
Why do you keep buying them?
Well, unfortunately, we bought a whole bunch in a short time. We'll never buy another one.
Oh, wow. So, so the Nissan's just not reliable. That's pretty damning. This guy who's owned 3 of them had nothing but trouble. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate it. You know, here's the deal. I owned a Subaru one time, and my Subaru needed a top-end job under warranty. Top end. Only had like 6,000, 8,000 miles on it. I couldn't believe it went bad already. I mean, something happened.
Well, it's a mechanical
It was a turbo, too.
Yeah,
and turbos knocked the hell out of him.
A mechanical device is prone to failure just by definition of the word. You know, just because you had to have a top end, you know, Kevin's didn't. I mean, you're going to have failures out there if you mass produce.
Yep.
Do you think there is a certain planned obsolescence? Do you think they build them to last as long as possible, or they build them just good enough? And I don't mean that as a plot or some conspiracy, but truly, when they design something, do they say, I want this mofo to last forever? Or do they say it's good enough? What do you think?
I think both. I mean,
Depending on the
brand
brand or what?
cars that good enough is what they're shooting for, depending on the entry level cars and things like that.
So what about, somebody asked about American SUVs. We didn't mention any of those. What smaller SUVs do Americans make right now? Smaller.
Explorer, Blazer.
Yeah. How is that little Bronco?
Bronco, yeah.
How is that? Do we know about that little Bronco yet? Yeah. Hasn't been out long enough, or has it?
The smaller ones like the Escapes are a disaster. Anybody who has one.
Really?
Oh, yeah. The heads and the transmissions and all kinds of problems.
But what about that little Bronco? Do you know?
So far, so good.
Okay. I like those. I like the way they look. Now, there's actually 2 sizes. There's the little.
The Sport is an Escape with a different logo.
Oh, it is.
So stay away from
it. It really is. The Bronco is an old Escape that just rebranded. The Sport.
Sport is
that little one.
Yep.
And then the larger one is on what platform?
Whole different platform. It's a truck platform.
Yeah. Anyway, Daniel, we have an update with Bo. I think, Daniel, I have the case here. I did about your mom in an assisted living or in a senior apartment. I'm sorry, for 13 years, Brighton Village, and she had chronic elevator and heater issues. And Bo, you said you contacted the management or the ownership.
Yeah, I contacted Brighton Village several times. They didn't respond, so we snooped around, and I found actually Daniel provided I think it was a parent company called Terra Management. I think they're back east. Normally with these conglomeration of landlords that own a lot of buildings, they just don't respond. But this guy named Andrew called me right back, gave me his personal cell. He was very concerned about the issues going on at the Brighton Village senior apartments, and he told me, he says, Bo, I'm going to look into this and take care of it. And I said, the main thing you need to look into is the front door. It's opened, it's not closing properly, and it's dangerous. So apparently Daniel said they brought some people out with video cameras and they repaired it immediately. Is that right, Daniel?
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, it was actually shocking. It was just like in the last 2 days.
That is cool. Yeah.
And he's going to promise to take care of the other issues and keep me informed as to what's going on over there. So I think your mom's going to be in better place to live thanks to us getting involved and calling Terra Management.
That's very cool, man. Now, hold on. I haven't, come to think of it, I haven't used my dinger in a long time, and I really do need to use it. Hold on.
Use it or lose it.
Use it or lose it.
Thank you. Thank you for letting us know that, man. We appreciate it. Okay. So I was talking about men sometimes. I don't think women can do it, but men sometimes sneak in a pee behind the wheel with a bottle or something when they're on a trip and they don't want to stop. But this Chinese company, I thought it was a joke, but there's a Chinese automaker called Series, Seres, or Ceres, however you want to say it. And they have a patent on a sliding voice activated in-car toilet under the driver's seat. Now, so what it does, I guess, voice activated. So it does have a sliding cover, I guess. You sit in it and then you sit on it, but literally it will drop, it will pull a cover off, rolls up maybe. I don't know how. I can't see it. It doesn't have any animation, but it has what looks to be a toilet right under you. But I still don't understand how you would do it. It doesn't, I bet it's not meant to be when you're driving, obviously. Mm-hmm. So you pull over and you use this thing. So if you're on a long drive somewhere, you can pull over, you press a button or voice activated, it opens up this slide underneath you to reveal a toilet. You do your thing and you flush it. Huh. Where does it flush? Does it have a tank? In any case, it's the toilet seat car. And they also happen to go under the passenger seat seat or a back seat. Now, if you want to get really disgusting, they make others as well. And these can be taken in anything like a truck or an SUV, and it's a portable one. But aren't there enough places to stop nowadays? I mean, every once in a while.
So why would you want that in your car?
Ugh.
I mean, you get people don't even empty the trash out of their car. Can you imagine?
That would be a nightmare. But in any case, I'm going to tell you a true story one time. Well, I had this bus, an RV. I'm not going to tell you it was me. Let's just say it was somebody. Owned this bus, big RV. And for some reason, it had a remote switch. So from the driver's seat, you could, like if somebody hooked it up to a sewer, you could press a button and it would open up the gate to your gray water or your black water. And I don't know why. They also had the switch back at the valve as well, or at the hose. So the way these work in an RV is you hook up a hose, you twist it, it locks in. Then you take the other end and put it to the service, the RV park or the public service they have for emptying RVs. And then you just press a button or pull a lever and it opens it up and drains it out. Then you can flush it out if you want or spray it with a hose. But in any case, it's a dump valve, for lack of a better word. But I swear to God, this one, and you can even look it up, or I don't even know if they still make it. It's a Liberty bus, and it was made by Liberty, and it had a remote switch up at the cockpit. And I think this guy one time was driving, and he was somewhere on the roads of upstate New York, and some guy kept on honking at him and flashing his lights behind him. And I don't know what this guy was trying to tell this bus driver, this RV driver, but apparently he was very upset with him for some reason. And I don't know why. I think it was because he wanted this RV guy to pull over. And it was too dangerous to pull over. And it was a kind of a mountain road. And he just wanted him to pull over. And he was being quite aggressive. So what this RV driver did was dumped his water. He dumped his tank while he was driving. He got going at a good clip, pressed the button, and it looked like from the rearview mirror that the car stopped immediately and pulled over. And that was a weird story, but they dumped their stuff on him.
Problem solved.
Can you imagine that? 303-713-8255. So what's on your mind today? Somebody asked me, and I'm going to bring this up, as far as financing, what I think about the new loans out there. And I think what they're talking about, that there is actually the 72-month loan has been around a while, hasn't it? But do you know that there's now an 8-year loan on a car? 8 years? That's crazy. Who's going to keep their car 8 years? I mean, I guess if you do want to keep it 8 years, you're looking at 96-month financing. You got to really love a car to keep it 96 months, but maybe it's going to make them more affordable. And speaking of car loans, this is really interesting. As far as the most expensive car loans, this place, Wallet Hub, actually ranked the states for the largest average car loans. So in other words, it's the state with the largest loan. And I don't know why. I don't know why it would vary from state to state, because maybe they buy different cars than we do here. For example, Colorado, out of all 50 states, Colorado is number 13. Okay. Number one, and I don't know why, the most expensive, I shouldn't say the most expensive car loans. What I mean is the highest balance of average car. So if you take the average population, the population, and then you do the average car loan, the highest car loans, are you ready? The highest car loans are Vermont. Why do you think?
Wow.
Then Delaware, then New Mexico, Idaho, Utah. You know, I would have thought maybe New York or something, but not. New York is way down on the list. The cheapest, the lowest car loans anywhere, if you take the population, the lowest average car loans are in Ohio. I wonder why that is. Why is there such a big difference between Ohio, let's say, and Vermont? Is it that the banks, well, it's no, and by the way, it's not, we're not talking about interest rates either. We're talking about balances.
Well, I can also see too, where you have more frequent car purchases in some place like Vermont or for New York.
So you'd have more.
So you'd have more regular turnover.
More and bigger car.
We call it the Rust Belt for a reason, because you're out there by that salt water, and those cars deteriorate much, much faster.
So Colorado is near North Dakota and Oklahoma. So it's right in the middle. Well, not in the middle, but almost in the middle. Smack dab in the middle would be Michigan. Michigan is number 25 out of 50. We got more on the Troubleshooter Show. So what's on your mind today? Give us a call about anything. It is car day. Jack, real quick, let me take your comment on Subaru, and then we'll take a break. What is your comment on Subarus?
Yeah, they're great. I'm driving one right now. I've bought 4 brand new ones. I've never bought a car in time in my life, by the way. I just write a check and drive home. But anyway, this is the 4th one we've had. You can drive 500 miles on a tank of gas. One of them I was hit at 40 miles an hour when I was stopped at a traffic light on Federal Boulevard, and I never got a bruise, not a single bruise. And I could afford to buy any car in the world, and like I said, I've never had a car loan in my life. I'm a wealthy man. And as for me, you can't get a better car than a Subaru Outback.
Cool,
and like I said, this is like the 5th one I've had.
Wow, that's great, especially when people can afford it. Hey, Jack, thanks for calling. I appreciate it. So he's saying the Subaru, he did a live crash test. He didn't even get a bruise. That's amazing. 303-713-8255. Renew Home Innovations. They have walk-in showers with beautiful Italian porcelain. They're direct importers of porcelain. You'll get the greatest price. You'll get it done in 2 or 3 days with a year to pay with no interest. RenewHomeInnovations.com.
Voters are listening to the radio. Tons of them. If you're running for office, radio is where people are actually tuned in, not swiping past ads. Connect with communities everywhere and get on the air in just 48 hours. Visit winwithiheart.com. That's winwithiheart.com.
I want to tell you about Alliance Roof and Solar. There are plenty of government incentives for commercial solar systems. Now, that could be a landlord who puts it on their apartment building or duplex or triplex, or it could be you if you have a home-based business. You can actually do a remote solar field and write it off. There are all kinds of incentives. You can even make money selling the excess electricity. To find out more, contact Alliance Roof and Solar. But here's something you need to know. The deadline for completion of these projects is December of 2027. So you have to apply and get started. So call them. These aren't going to go on forever, and get your government incentives for a solar system, a commercial solar system, 303-704-2449, 303-704-2449. Okay. I love Gravinas because they have not only the heritage of a company that's been around under the same name, Gravinas. Granddad started it, taken over by his son, and then his son. So Nick is the grandson of the founder. 950 West Evans, 50 lines of windows, multiple lines of siding and doors. So they're not going to try to pigeonhole you into one brand. They can give you whatever you need and whatever works best for you. That's 303 Gravina, 303 Gravina, or online, gravinas.com. Okay.
Forget to turn your mic on?
Yeah. How much time do I have?
4.
All right. Pizza's here.
Pizza's
Bo, are you
there.
gonna go over?
Yeah, I'll take me. By the time I drive over, Kevin and freaking Jeff will eat it all.
There'll be some crust left. Tom will scrape off the toppings and eat that. Same with Jeff.
Dimitri always saves the crust for me. It's very, very white of him.
Yep. At least Tom will throw it away. Dimitri, he just leaves it there.
Yeah, I know. That's okay. All right, thanks.
You can turn around 5 feet away. There's a trash can. But...
Dragon, do you want a Mr. Good bar? I'll share one.
Do you want a Mr. Good bar?
No.
What about you, Adam? I bet you're sick of candy. With your mom owning a candy store.
I don't like chocolate.
And your mom owns a candy store.
I know, crazy, isn't it?
That's funny.
But yeah, no, I'm just that chocolate's just not really my thing.
That's why you're in such good shape, huh?
Oh, I wouldn't say that. Tape the cord to the desk. Stop going over it with the wheels.
What are you going to do this weekend, Adam? Let's see. Friday. Oh, hell, Heather called me.
Hello, it's Heather at MidFirst Bank. Thanks for the heads up. I am in the office today, so if you come by Cherry Creek, I will be here, and I can help get that signed off for you. And good. What's going on? Otherwise, if you plan to go to the Colorado Boulevard location, then let me know, and I will give them a heads up so they know that I'm approving you signing that over. and then getting it deposited into the Mocal Burner account. That Mocal Burner account technically is a personal account under your tax ID number, so it should just be payable to you as well. But it will let them know that I authorized that. Okay, so I'm in the office today, but if you have a couple of meetings, just let me know either an email or a voicemail. If you're planning to come to Cherry Creek for the Troubleshooter Show located in South Colorado.
Thank you for calling the Troubleshooter Show. Can I get a first name? John, what can we help you out with, John? Okay, what's going on? Okay, I got you.
I'd like to save $9,000, but in
the
October
queue. We're on a
they're
small
making
break,
all
but
of
when we
these
come back,
stupid
Tom should
government
take your call,
changes
so just
to
listen
the
to the
water
phone, okay?
heaters.
Thank you much.
Kill it.
Is that how you start?
Hello, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. We are here to help you any way we can. Let's talk to you. John, what's going on with you, John? How do we help you?
Hey, Tom, how are you?
Good, man. What's going on today?
Good. Hey, just a few things. I wanted to thank you and Pat for your investment company.
Oh, well, thank you very much for saying that.
Working with Pat is awesome. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
And also wanted to thank you for working with Mike Wink and getting a credit card taken care of for me.
Yeah, he is a good guy. Wink, the Wink Law Firm. So what's going on with you?
So I tried to email Barry over at Vestera. Haven't heard back from him, so I wanted to talk to you about kind of when a good time to jump in would be. Currently owe about $70,000 on my mortgage right now, and just wondering when maybe a good time to either do a HELOC or something like that and get in with Vestera.
Okay. Now, you want what he's talking about, for those listening, Vestera Turnkey is a company that helps people become landlords. And you can do it through a conventional loan. You know, they have regular loans. You don't necessarily have to take a HELOC to do that. And what they do is they identify great markets around the country. They help you identify a house. And then they have management companies they deal with, regular affiliated management companies who manage it. And I'll tell you, I've done 4 of them. And I never hear anything. I mean, it's just like on autopilot. They take care of everything. But John, here's the deal. Why? And again, I'm only asking why, because that's the natural question to ask. This is not for, and I want to tell people, this is not usually for a cash flow. It's more for equity growth. So you buy the house and sell it in 2 to 3 years for a profit. That's the play. So it depends on what you're looking for with a rental. Are you looking for a steady stream of income? Because nowadays that's going to be very difficult to get with a rental. Or are you looking for an equity play? That's more likely.
Probably just something equity based, just supplement retirement, basically.
Okay. Now, Vestera, there's never a bad time to get involved, because unless the prices spike. But obviously, if you got in last year, it would have been better than getting in this year, because the houses do go up in value. All of my houses have gone up in value in just 1 year. So there's not a bad time to get involved. What Barry does is the research to find the houses, and he only will buy houses or help you buy a house under the average. So you're always going in immediately with a good purchase price. So really the answer is, there's never a bad time to get in if you simply do it the smart way and find the best price. That's really what Barry does. They help you find the best deals in the market, because it's all, you make your money when you buy it. If you buy it right, you're going to have some appreciation and a good profit at the end. And you say you have 70. How much do you owe on your primary residence?
Right around 70.
Oh, that's all you owe.
So
and what is it worth?
Yeah, and about probably right around 500.
Yeah. You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to use that equity for the down payment, but I would not finance the whole rental with my home equity. There's no reason to do that.
Is he sitting right? Is he's sitting right around 20% of the home value to put down to get into it?
Yes, I believe the minimum is 20% down. So you get an 80% loan to value. And if you put down more, you know, that's up to you. There's no reason really to put down more at all, because you're not really, it's not a monthly payment thing. Your rent's going to cover the monthly payment. Otherwise, they won't identify it as a promising property. You see, the number one thing they do is they find the property that will cash flow. And so you'll either cash flow a couple $100 a year, a few $100 a year, or break even. But what they do is they know that the house is going to go up in value. So because it is not a cash flow issue, then really what you want to do is put down the minimum, not the maximum. There's no reason to put down more than the minimum. And right now, I think the houses are right around, he's looking at houses anywhere. I believe I bought one under 300,000 up to 350. Those are in the markets he's looking right now. Those are the prices.
Oh, yeah, that's not bad at all.
No.
And he's usually like, you're seeing stuff come out at like 3 years at the minimum. For turning it over.
Actually, he'll tell you that, but it can be anywhere from 2 to 3 years. And right now, most of them wait 3 years to sell to get maximum profit. Now, you can keep it longer than 3 years. There's no rule that says you must keep it 3 years, but he likes that 3-year mark for people to make a decision. And if they want to go longer, they can. But what some of them do is they buy it, and then in 3 years, they do a 1031 exchange, and they go from one house to 2 houses. And then that will get you a lot more equity. And if you do 1031 exchanges, it does become like a retirement plan. You take the profit from the first one, and then you put it into 2 other ones. And then you take that profit and either live off it or do it again, depending on how old you are. So what you're doing is you're using the appreciation of real estate and deferring the gain. So it is kind of like a qualified plan, except you don't make any, you don't deduct it on your taxes when you buy the property. You do get your normal write-offs as a rental, but the whole idea is to make profit on the house. That's really the whole idea. It's not to make cash flow. Thanks for calling, John. I appreciate it. And thank you for trusting us at Martino Capital. We really take that seriously. Honest to God, we do. And I have a good team put together for people. Hey, Thomas, you have a question about engine rebuilding. What's going on?
Yes, sir. Hey, Thomas, long-time listener.
Thank you.
From Father John.
Take a break. We didn't get a chance to.
Yeah, I've got a 2008 smart car.
Yeah.
And it's got a gasoline engine. It's just a 1.0 liter. So I think that engine's lived its life. And so I need to find somebody to rebuild that engine or maybe even help me find a new one. We don't have a smart car dealership in Colorado anymore. They don't even sell parts.
You know what? I'll ask Kevin about that. Let me take this quick break. I don't want to rush you, so hang on. We'll come right back to you. I'm Tom Martino. We have more coming up. Okay.
Just like Tom said, we're just going to take this quick break, and then he's going to talk to you right after the break. Thank you so much for hanging on.
Hey, man, I'm going to go up and get another one. How much time do I have, Drag?
5.5.
Thank you, bro. All right. I'm going to run up. So we got a guy wanting to know about the smart car. He has one. He wants to rebuild it. It's a 1 liter.
This report is sponsored by Taking a Walk Podcast. Unbuzz Night hosts the Taking a Walk Podcast. Step with us into the world of music. Bring you up-close conversations with new and legendary musicians. One of the best music interview podcasts. Listen to Taking a Walk on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Damn, these things are delicious.
Tell you about the only realtor that made the cut for Team Dave Logan, and that is Troy Hansford. I recommend Troy because he's the only agent that will guarantee to sell your home at your price, or he'll write you a check for $5,000. And the good news, he puts that in writing. He can make that guarantee because he spends tens of thousands of dollars generating demand. And right now, he has hundreds of approved home buyers ready to buy. He just doesn't have enough houses. So if you have a house, Troy might have that perfect buyer for you right now. Give him a call, 720-900-4433. Let me give you a story. Just last week, Troy listed a house that was on the market for almost a month. You know what? Troy sold it for full price in less than a week. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy will buy your house for all cash. And it can close in as little as 7 days. Call Troy and get your home sold for the most money. 720-900-4433. Again, that's 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford with RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions apply. When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles?
What?
It seems impossible to find them. They have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find. You know where to ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs,
2008 smart car.
right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not
No, they don't make them anymore. What kind of a 1-liter motor is that? Huh? 3-cylinder?
once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com.
Hell, it can't cost that much.
ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Yeah, seriously.
Separate one for accounting. That's software overload. Odoo is an all-in-one platform that replaces CRM, talent, inventory, e-commerce, HR, fully integrated and easy to use. Built to grow with your business. Thousands have already made the switch. Why not you? Try Odoo for free at odoo.com. That's odoo.com.
Thank you for calling the Troubleshooter Show. Can I get a first name? Ryan, what can we help you out with?
It says 1,000 cc.
Okay, awesome.
MoneyMyWay.com. Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here. We have someone on the line on car day today, and he wants to know about his 2008 smart car. Thomas, how many miles on this car?
It's got 144,000.
Wow. 144,000. Anyway, guys, he's talking about rebuilding that one-cylinder engine.
1 liter.
It's 1 liter. 1 liter. That's a tiny little engine, man. What do you think that would cost
it's not
him?
much bigger than a motorcycle.
What do you think that?
I have no idea because there's different generations. The original ones were Mercedes, then they switched over to Mitsubishi, and
right.
even Nissan Renault had a part in it. So, really depends on what his engine is. I don't know where you find parts for it.
What's you can't?
I don't have any idea where you'd find the rebuild parts required for it. Don't know.
Have you asked around about it, Thomas?
Yeah, I called. We used to have a dealer in up by Boulder there, Mercedes. This was made by Mercedes, and I got parts from them for quite a few years, but they quit selling. And they even quit making smart cars. I heard in 2018, but they couldn't help me at all. They said that there's dealerships in other states. But when I Googled it, I couldn't find one. I found one, but the phones, they wouldn't answer the phones, or either
Is
the
it a
number
gas
was no
or is
good.
this diesel? Which engine did you have?
It's gas.
It's gas. So that was made by Mitsubishi. So it's a Mitsubishi engine. I don't know if you can cross that to a different, vehicle or anything like that. That's.
Yeah, I mean, gosh, you got your life out of it, though. I mean, how long will that engine last? Will it last? It's not like broken right now, is it?
No, it turns over and all. I was just coming home and I was losing power, and then it would pick up power, and then I'd lose power.
But
I was able to get it home. It'll turn over. It'll turn over and all. But I never could find anybody that can tell me where the fuel filter is. So that's never been changed in almost 7 years that I've had it. So that's a
if the
possibility,
fuel
but I still
filter's
can't
never
find
been
out
changed, that
where.
could be the problem you're having right now.
Yeah, if you can't find it, it's probably in the tank.
Kevin, if he drove that, if he brought that to Sheridan, you guys would be able to look that stuff up, no?
I can look it up, but again, I don't know where to find parts for that car.
Have you tried a Mercedes dealer?
Yep.
They don't service them?
Like I say, no, they don't even service them anymore. They don't even keep parts for them anymore here. But there are some other, he tells me there's some in other states, But also I pulled the spark plugs, and the spark plugs were just so full of oil. You know, I'm pretty sure
it might be shot. What did you pay for? What did you pay for that?
Oh, I've had it 7 years. I bought it used. It had 87,000 miles when I bought it, and I only paid like $3,400 for it or something like that.
You got your life out of that thing. Holy crap.
Yeah, he did.
You got your life out of that. $3,400, and he bought it in 2017, did he say? Wow. That's
7 years ago. So
7 years ago. Okay. Wow. That's pretty cool. These guys have no idea where you can find parts. You may not be able to rebuild it. I don't know what to tell you, man. You may not be able to.
I know, and I love that car. The body's in good shape, and it's just a fun car, and saved me a lot of money on fuel.
Get a big rubber band on a propeller and keep going.
Yeah, sorry about that, man.
Yeah.
You know, they don't know anything about it. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255 is our number. Ryan, what class action lawsuit are you asking about? I'll look it up.
Well, I mean, it hasn't even started. I have a liquor store, and basically when they switched over to when wine to go in the grocery store.
Yes.
All the distributors and the vineyards, and they were offering like special discounting for all the grocery stores, which when there was the law was kind of put in place where they could pick up liquor and all that, they were supposed to have the same exact deal structure as liquors. But because they got like a beer and wine license, and it was kind of a gray area of the law, it was like they felt like they could give them the extra discount. So like if I bought Kim Crawford, if I bought 250 cases, the grocery stores were getting down on case one, which instantly killed all of my wine sales. And I was just wondering what you kind of thought. Like, I know in California, Southern Glazers just got sued, and it looks like it went through because of unfair business practices where they're offering rebates and everything better for the grocery stores. Just kind of didn't know really the path you go to even start something like that, if that even was a case.
Well, I don't know if you can identify a class. First of all, it's only going to be in Colorado. I would start by talking. I got to take this break. I'll come right back to you. Let me do this first, and we'll talk about it coming up. I'm Tom Martino.
Now, impact traffic.
Snow throughout the Denver metro for the first time in a long time, affecting speeds on the main roads and highways. We're not seeing any major incidents out there. However, I-25 north and southbound stop-and-go traffic starting from the south end of town all the way to C470 to about downtown I-70 whereabouts before it starts to clear up. I-70 east and westbound, no major complaints to and from DIA. Expect slower speeds all over the place. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
This report is sponsored by The Rogue Recap with Linda McLaughlin.
Dangerous social media trends, media scandals, dumb TikTok boycotts, and more. Keep up with all the online stories mainstream media ignores by listening to the Brett vs. Everyone podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, I'm going to tell you about two companies offering the absolute best prices. First of all, let's talk about EuroPlumbingColorado.com. Euro, E-U-R-O, Euro Plumbing Colorado. They'll do your water heater starting at $14.99, not to mention repiping your whole house if you need it. With Apex, with PEX, and PEX is unbelievable stuff. It's a lifetime plumbing, will never develop any leaks or pinholes. And they also do sump pumps and the garbage disposals, whatever you can think of plumbing related, they guarantee the best price. Think about that. EuroPlumbingColorado.com, 720-500-3000. Now, you want to talk about the best price for bathroom remodel and bathrooms, walk-in showers, you go to Discount bath.com. Chris and his team will talk to you about price on the phone. They'll come and visit you, or you can visit them. They have all levels of trim, whether it's your rental, fix and flip, or dream home. They can do beautiful walk-in showers for just $9,888 fully installed. They can do your whole bathroom, part of your bathroom, or do a brand new bathroom, let's say in the basement where it's roughed in. Whatever you want to do, they can do it if it comes to bath at the best price. Discount bath.com. 720-979-2322.
This is Dan Kaplis. If you want your case to be taken seriously, choose a law firm that's taken seriously. Dan Kaplis Law has record-setting verdicts and extraordinary out-of-court settlements, including a record $205 million wrongful death verdict and the largest truck crash verdict in Colorado history. We accept righteous injury and death cases on a percentage fee basis. If you want your case to be taken seriously, hit DanKaplisLaw.com. That's Dan, C-A-P-L-I-S Law.com.
We've been here 30 years, 30 Christmases in this house, and we have the traditions that most families have.
That's Terry talking about her experience with Rhino Shield ceramic coating.
We did a Rhino Shield 14 years ago, and the house still looks the same as the first day. Rhino Shield really worked with me to help me get just the right nice soft yellow, and it's 14 years later, and it's the same color.
The main reason Terry called Rhino Shield is because Rhino Shield is backed by a 25-year warranty.
It just sounded wonderful that we could have the house coated with Rhino Shield and not have to worry about it again for 25 years.
Take it from Terry. Give Rhino Shield a call at 844-31-RHINO. Call now and receive 15% off the regular price. Or go to rhinoshieldco.com.
There have been neighbors that have come by and said, did you just have your house painted? They wanted to know.
Hey, Adam.
What's up?
What's the name of that band that's practicing downstairs?
Shannon said it was Sublime. I could be wrong.
Well, he's guessing it's Sublime.
Shannon was guessing. We have no idea.
Sublime?
Yeah, again, we have no idea.
Well, I'm glad they stopped.
You could hear him?
Yes,
There's
it's
something going on.
vibrating through the studio.
Yeah, that's what drums do, Bo.
It was interfering with my snack eating.
Oh, was it disturbing your snacking?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
It's turning as if Mr. Goodbar into just a Mr. OK bar.
Yeah. Did you get your plates on your car, Adam? Did you finally drive out here by yourself?
Nope.
Okay. I'd give you a...
Freitas. He's going to talk about his book called The Man Book, How to Get Masculinity Back on The Joe Pag Show. Tonight from 6 to 9 on 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. So we have someone on the line that wants to talk about a class action lawsuit. Ryan, I'm just going to tell you something straight up. Class action lawsuits are usually very, very intensive. And if you don't get a lawyer to want to head it up and do it on contingency, it's impossible to make mathematical sense. What you might want to do, which is better, is where it's not a class action. It's just, I think they call it a joinder. It's where a bunch of plaintiffs get together with common interest and they sue the at-fault party saying that they were all damaged. So that one is more economical because let's say you get 10 other liquor store owners together, you guys can divvy up the cost of suing and then hope for some big settlement or something. But I'm not sure you have a case. Who would you actually sue? That's the problem. Who would you sue?
Well, I think the distributors, first off, on the fact that, I mean, even before the whole thing went through, they were withholding all the wine products. So you'd order every week, you'd back order, but they had all the products in the warehouse. And basically, the second the grocery stores could have it, they could put huge displays of Stella Rosa everywhere. Basically, just really a way to, like, attack the retailer. And that's why I was like, there's so many different things they were doing. And, this was kind of a weird thing because you could change Colorado's constitution since Prohibition.
So hold on, are they?
Much in the United States, but
what I want to know is, are they doing anything other than giving preferential treatment? Because they can do that simply because they say supermarkets are a bigger business with more volume, and they can get away with it. I think the case you're trying to look at is going to be almost impossible to prosecute. If you want to hang on, we can talk about it.
You know what sets you...
I mean, I don't think this guy's ever going to get anywhere with this. You know what? Okay. Sons of bitches. It's snowing like a mother.
The weather department was right for once. I think I'm going to leave early. But Adam's going to have to walk.
I'm not going to have to walk.
Isn't that what?
You're lucky I don't go down there and slash your tires right there, though.
Well, I drove a different car, so you don't know which one it is.
What, the blue one? I know which one you drove.
Okay, sure. It's not the blue one. It's not the
I'll
super.
just follow you out to your car and slash your tires then.
Oh. No, I'm going to hang out in the break room and fill my pockets up full of jerky and Slim Jims. Then I'll leave.
Is Ryan still on?
He's still on the line. Do you want me to keep him there, or do you want me to?
He's fine. I can take him.
Okay.
I got a question about batteries for
Okay,
our
got
experts.
it. Got it.
Dry cell versus wet cell. There's your hint.
I didn't even know they made a dry cell for cars. Does he mean
That's why I want.
maintenance-free?
Well, like the Optimus.
Something we haven't seen much of all winter, as we have forecasted snow for much of Colorado. National Weather Service's Bob Kleiner says the bigger story is the deep freeze tonight.
First sunrise tomorrow, so it'll be pretty cold in the morning. But
So, Adam, do you have a ride, or are you taking the bus home?
No, I have a ride.
Okay, all right. Lord, well, it's not going to be with chocolate bars. What? What? Well, I should call this case.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast. This is Lee Habib, Our American Stories. On our next episode, the daughter of the Navy's Jackie Robinson shares the story of her father's remarkable sacrifice and service. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Rivanas. Christian Brothers.
Hi, I'm Gary Bell of the law firm of Bell & Pollock. Involved in a car crash? Injured? You should always call the police. If you want to know why, then listen to our Bell & Pollock Legal Injury Hub podcast on your favorite platform. Hi, Dan Chicchini. For custom kitchens or cabinet replacing done right, go to drhi.com. Great cash.
So, let's see. This thing, I'm looking for a new one. This video switcher, it's not switching cameras. It's just staying on one. And if I reboot it, it only works for a few seconds. I don't know. These things, God, I can't stand it. I don't know why people think they can rape women and get away with it.
Make 630 KHOW a preset.
That's a good thing.
On the free iHeartRadio app.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Today is car day. What's on your mind? If you have any car problems, questions, or complaints, give us a call. What is new in your life? That's what I ask, and then we try to help you. Already today, we've heard from some successes where we've had things fixed or we've had things recovered for people. And I also got a text about money back. And you have a question, Ryan, about a lawsuit. Anyway, I want to get this straight because I did talk to one of my attorneys. You have a liquor store. Is that correct? You have a liquor store. Is that right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Now, exactly with other people in other liquor stores that own other liquor stores will have the same issue. Are you saying they give preferential treatment to the supermarkets?
Not so much anymore, but the initial start of this 2 years ago, they did. They basically, so when beer became legal in grocery stores, liquor stores lost about 6% of their beer sales over a year.
Right.
Now, when wine went legal, they did so much, all these distributors did all this crazy stuff, we lost 60% of our sales.
Okay. So what, though, did the distributors do wrong?
Well, first off, they withheld product, so they had the product, but they didn't distribute it to us. They basically, so 4 months before the grocery stores could get wine, they withheld the wine so we couldn't get any of it. So we'd be out on our shelves. That way, when they got the license through, I think it was January 1st, they put up stacks in Costco's and City Market. So they basically had the product to sell to us, but they made it so then they could do it. And then they gave them discounting on that product that wasn't offered to us. But with the compromise that was originally with the law, they were supposed to buy individually, just like a liquor store. So each City Market, each King Soopers was supposed to have a manager that bought. They're supposed to have the same deal structures as a liquor store. That was what the compromise said. But then instantly, they were giving 250 case deals on case one, and basically undermining our prices. So they were $5-6 cheaper than us a bottle of wine instantly. On top of that, they're charging us delivery fees, but they don't charge the grocery stores or anyone delivery fees because they're just not willing to pay it. And I just feel like this is unfair business practices that equate to a lot of people going under. And
Ryan, I truly feel for you, but I don't hear or see anything that strikes as antitrust, or when you say unfair business practices, there's no covenant in the law that requires anyone to play fairly. They just can't be illegal, but they can choose not to charge delivery fees to any class of business they want. And all they have to say is the reason we're not charging delivery fees is because of how much they buy. I think that they're giving preferential treatment to the supermarkets because they are larger volume and more, they're selling more. There's nothing that says they have to give the same to you. I just don't want to see you wasting money on this. It doesn't sound like you have a case. Have you ever discussed it with an attorney?
No, I was thinking of talking to them now. Just because Southern literally just got, and the lawsuit went through on the class action for this exact same thing in California. It just got, they got a huge fine, and so I was thinking, the statute of limitations, I think 7 years. I was like, we're 2 years from when it changed, but I feel like it's worth pursuing. And no, I have.
Okay.
Called you.
Let me ask you this. This is going to be. Can you get a number of liquor stores that agree with you?
Yeah, there's a CLBA, and we had talked about it when it first went down, but I just don't think no one's really pursued it yet, and I think it's just people were trying to hold on to get through the times till now. But it's just more. I don't think anyone's taking initiative on doing it, and so I was thinking about talking to a lawyer first, feel if they maybe think that we have a case, and then introducing it to the CLBA, which is a coalition of liquor store owners, and more just was kind of prodding you a little bit about.
Okay. I don't see I don't see a class action, but I do see a joinder suit where you guys would all get together and sue. But I can't see where you're going to win. I mean, again, I don't know what happened in California or what you're talking about, but if you're simply talking about something that happened when they started sales and it's no longer going on, that's going to be even more difficult because it corrected itself. So are they still doing unfair practices in your opinion?
I mean, it would be maybe the delivery charges, but I mean, it was such an instant hit to everyone that, I mean, I think that's where the damage is.
Okay, I got it.
Became.
But this,
I think
this instant hit, they could justify by saying that this was new business and we wanted to capture the new business. Listen, you should talk to an attorney, but I doubt you're going to get a firm to take it. I really doubt it. I truly don't think that you have a strong enough case because they're not doing it based on an illegal reason. They are allowed to discriminate based on volume or based on all kinds of business decisions. It's only where they become, let's say they were trying to drive out a certain faction of owners, let's say who are Muslim or people who are Jewish or people, whatever. That would be a different story. But if they're simply saying, we're going to make a big splash for the supermarkets because they can now sell wine and we want giant displays in their stores, they have a right to do that. Have you ever recovered from those losses a couple years ago? Have you recovered from them?
No, I mean, it's always been a down after that, but it was like a 60% initial hit. And I think my biggest argument, Tom, is that when the compromise happened, like when it got signed into law, they were not allowed to have better deals than us. That was already in the law, basically saying that they had to buy as individual stores. So it wasn't your King Soopers was not buying.
Are they actually violating? Are they actually violating the law right now?
Well, the only reason why I think they could construe that the compromise, it wasn't technically a full liquor license; it was a beer and wine license. So then they didn't have to follow the law that was basically signed into effect to allow them to carry other products like liquor and wine. So that's why I think there was a gray area of the law. They're like, oh, we'll call this a beer and wine license, and then we can offer them bigger discounts, even though what we'd signed in the law said they had to buy as an individual store.
No, I understand what you're saying.
A manager had to be there, and it wasn't like.
You may.
So I feel one thing, gray area.
Ryan, it is a gray area, and one thing you might want to do is maybe get a small committee together of liquor store owners and make an appointment with the Attorney General. The Attorney General, it sounds more like a civil matter for the Attorney General than it would be a lawsuit. See, the Attorney General can go in and fine these people for trying to skirt the law or getting around the law. Again, you would hope that they would agree with you, but the Attorney General may not agree with you. But that's where I would start. I would get an appointment at the Attorney General's office, and I would do it with about 3 owners, so you can say you represent liquor store owners. That's what I would do. Have one of your get together with people in your organization and see if you can get a contingency together to go meet with the Attorney General. I don't know if what they did was legal or not, but if they tried to skirt the law and it's a state law and you can see where they did things on purpose to get around it, that wouldn't be cool. I don't know if you'd get individual damages, but you can stop them from doing it.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks, Tom.
I mean, thanks for calling, Ryan. Again, what do you guys think listening? I mean, I hear...
Tom, I think that's a great suggestion you made for the Colorado Attorney General because it won't cost Ryan anything as a start.
Yeah, but I think Ryan believes he has a stronger case than he does. He's saying they're going against the compromise. Now, I'm not sure what he's talking about there. And if it became part of the law, for example, that they had to buy as individual stores, and they're not doing that right now, well, then that's a problem. And I think they can be fined for that, or the attorney general can take them to court. I would look into that part of it,
Right.
because I've never heard of any problems with the wine and beer sales at supermarkets. I know when it first was starting out, man, there were a lot of people opposed to it in the liquor business. And
I thought it was unfair. I thought it was unfair, Tom, that they allowed the grocery stores to handle liquor, because it put a lot of the liquor stores out of business. But they put it out to vote, and the people voted for it. But it was unfortunate. I would hate to be a small business liquor store owner now.
Well, but they still have to go there for spirits, right? Because the supermarkets can only do beer and wine, right?
Tom, you're right. I forgot it. Yeah, for hard alcohol, you have to go to a liquor store.
I understand his point completely. He is saying it's not fair. But you see, laws are often not fair. But you see, not fair does not necessarily mean unconstitutional.
Illegal.
That's right. There's a difference between a law being fair or unfair than constitutional and unconstitutional. There's no law, for example, that says a law has to be fair. There are people that suffer from laws all the time and others who benefit. That's why they have political lobbies to try to get laws in effect that help them. So I just think he's never gonna get an attorney to take this, but the attorney general may listen to it if in fact these stores are getting together and trying to go around the law. I have more to talk about coming up. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255.
You just had a comment? Okay, awesome. We're on a small break, but when we come back, we'll take your call. Please hang on a second.
Do you think he could ever get anybody to care about this as far as lawmakers?
I don't know.
Auto parts suppliers do it too.
Yeah. That was the initial compromise.
Is this you, Greg? Okay. And did you want to come on?
Wait.
Did you want to come on?
Marcus can.
Okay. Thank you for the comment. Come on, don't call, bro. Like, I'm not the one you talk to. What up, bud?
What do you want now? Let's see it.
Huh?
Come on, we gotta slash some tires.
Oh, I was just teasing you.
I know, but they
Huh.
like too, because they thought you were serious.
Oh, of course they
I
did.
talked to your mom. That's what I owe her.
That's what you owe her?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're all even.
You're lucky.
I got
You're
nothing.
lucky. You're lucky. You're handing me money? That's a bad idea.
That's
How
why
do you know?
I
How do you know I'm gonna give
texted
it
your
to her?
mom and said, "Giving Adam $25."
I'll just say I never got it.
I never got it.
I'm just teasing.
Well, it's not as warm in here as it was the last couple of days.
Yeah, things fix magically. Came in next day and it was on working fine. So I don't know what is wrong with that thing. Shannon just told me stop questioning things in here. It'll make everything a lot easier.
Really, stop asking questions.
No, stop questioning things.
Oh.
She's not wrong. That is something Shannon is not. That is wrong. Well, he's okay. He's wrong about a lot of things, but they're like.
But he's funny.
Context.
He's wrong about everything, but he's funny.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't right about what he said about the. Yeah, remember with the child? Oh no, you weren't here, Jack. But we had a caller in the morning, and there was a AI. It was a topic about AI child abuse material.
I heard some of that.
And Shannon said, "Well, yeah, those poor kids are going to lose their chance."
That sounds like I didn't hear that.
Yep, that is very much a Shannon thing.
And I was like, Shannon, you're not right for that. But yeah,
I don't
no,
think he has a
that's,
life. He just lives here. You know, he's a troll.
We love Shannon. Shannon's amazing. Oh my god.
He lives here.
Are they?
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. Yes, he does. Free rent.
Right?
Yeah.
Parking lot.
Yeah, but a couple of bosses like it because, hey, if there's anything wrong, say it's 2 a.m.
Shannon's there.
Oh, because, this is 24 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, this building's 24?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know.
Radio, baby. Something's always on.
Are those people, what do you call them, the pit? Are they here
The
24
newsroom?
hours a day?
Yeah.
It's not 10 to 8.
I don't think newsroom is 24. I think they're...
Like when you hear Rob Dawson at 11 o'clock at night, he's not real too.
Somebody's here. Yeah, I think they're gone between like 1 and 4, I think.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but virtually every other time, it's manned.
That's a little...
It's man, not human, Dan. Whatever it is.
Guaranteed human.
Makes it a little easier on the mind.
That has got to be the dumbest thing.
It
Look
is.
at all the valuable seconds, because radio time's hundreds of dollars a minute.
Pretty much.
Probably at the end of the day, it's like 15 minutes of saying, we're
Guaranteed
fully
human.
Who thought
But
that up, Tapper?
No, that's outside of the building. That's iHeart. That's not.
outside the building.
Yeah. Apparently they think it's valuable enough to mention.
Do you?
I don't care.
Okay. I just want the check.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
My check's still clear, so I'm good.
So what show do you do before this, Michael's or?
Say that again?
Whose show do you do before this one, Michael's or?
Correct. I will do the morning show up there with Ross and Gina. That's from 6 to 9.
Oh, okay.
And then from 9 to noon is Michael. And then I'll just do...
You'll do this for 2 hours.
Yep.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast. This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, the daughter of
I don't like chat. I mean, Claude sucks. This AI Claude. Have you used them all?
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. 630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Hello, how are you doing? 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So back to some consumer questions on the radio here. I just bought an SUV. The transmission started slipping. The dealer says it was as is. Well, yeah, it kind of is, except that they lied about it. What do they mean by a slipping transmission? Is that where you step on the gas and you don't feel it engaging fully?
I mean, it could partially engage. It may actually just...
Is that usually a serious problem?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're usually...
So it's not and once you tear that thing apart, you may as well rebuild it, right?
It at that point. I've never seen a Band-Aid that doesn't fall off.
Okay. Okay, this one though, when the private seller said there were no issues, but you found it needed work. You see, this is a tricky one, and this is why. Here's what as is means. As is means as represented. Now, if they did not know it needed work and they say no issues, then they really didn't mislead you or lie to you. If they knew about the issues and didn't tell, and then said there were no issues. You see, as is does not give people a license to lie.
And that's why pre-purchase checkups are they're dire. You need to do them.
Right. Because even if people say there are no issues and they believe that, they may not know themselves about issues. And that's why you want to know about it. When I am turning slowly, my car makes a clunking sound in the front left side of the car.
Speed up.
Speed up. So what is that?
Joint control arm, tie
It could
rod.
be anything.
Yeah.
But it's in the suspension most likely,
Most
right?
likely.
It can't be an engine mount or anything like that, right?
Possible.
Really?
Yeah.
Usually, an engine mount is going to be more so when you're coming on and off throttle.
Yep.
But aren't engine mounts something you hardly ever have to change?
They're more common than you know.
Yeah.
The-
Oil
and-
leaks contaminate the rubber in them. I mean, there's all kinds of things contribute.
So engine mounts are something that wear out.
Yes,
definitely.
Well, how many miles would you get out of normal engine mounts? I mean, when you get
that, all depends on the mount. I mean, there's certain Hondas when we're pulling them out, the transmission mounts. We order them right off. We already know they're bad before we take the car apart.
You're kidding. You can. They're just not going to be worth saving.
No, they're usually broken in two.
And is that an expensive job, motor mounts?
That again depends on the application. Some of them can be a chore to get to. Others, guys in and out of there in 30 minutes.
How, on this one, I don't know who wants to answer, but how accurate are those mileages that on tires? They say this is a 50,000 mile tire or a 30,000.
It's the same thing. It's application, it's size. You tow anything, you overweight, you keep air in the tire. There's too many variables. It's a guide.
But if you do take, let's say you take all the, proper inflation, proper rotation, can you get 60,000 miles?
I expect you could, yes. They're pretty accurate with the right conditions.
And the right conditions would be proper inflation.
Yep.
Rotation. And, well, that's it really, right?
Well, no, it could also be the age. I mean, for somebody like you who doesn't drive.
Right.
That compound is going to break down over time. So you're probably not going to get that mileage out of it.
So the idea, and when you talk about, driving that often, does driving help a tire then? I mean, there's a balance between too much and too little, right?
No, I wouldn't even say there's too much. I mean, your driving habits will definitely affect that. But the tire was designed to rotate on the road.
My gas mileage dropped very suddenly between fill-ups. I don't have any warning lights. What do you look at? Well, you look at the data port. I'll bet that would tell you something, wouldn't it?
Or you try a different gas and see if maybe your gas changed. Sometimes they'll put in a different blend of fuel.
Yeah, and then this person wants to know, would a gas system cleaner work? They're not that expensive to try. Now, are there over-the-counter gas cleaners you can use?
BG44K.
Yeah,
do they sell that over the counter?
Yep.
And it's called BG44K.
44K.
Okay, what is that good for?
I have a question.
Okay, hold on, Bo. What is that good for the
It dissolves
BG44K?
deposits and things within the engine, the fuel injectors and everything else.
It really is good stuff.
Yep.
All right, well, go ahead, Bo. Sorry.
So speaking of BG44K, what is the difference between BG44K and BG44K Platinum?
Marketing.
That's basically the same stuff.
Yeah, it's just a newer version.
And then why is it so much more expensive than like Seafoam or Techron or Techline? Don't they?
Because it's worth it.
You think it's worth it more than the other brands?
I've never had a mechanic in my life ever not say that BG products were great.
Yep.
That's one thing every single mechanic I've ever talked to, or let's just say auto professional, they believe in BG products. The BG products have to be superior, Bo. They have to be. I mean, all these people aren't getting kickbacks. They're all using it.
Right, and they always sell it behind the counter. It's hard. You have to ask for it.
But can you go to Walmart and buy it? Can you go somewhere?
No, you see a parts store like Napa.
But you can go to an auto parts store and buy it. The same stuff you guys use.
Yep.
Somebody said that I need my cabin filter cleaned. What is a cabin? I didn't even know I had a cabin filter. What is that?
It filters the air coming in through your HVAC system.
And where is it located usually?
The glove box, typically.
In the glove box?
Or near it. Yeah.
Near the glove box, behind it. You can open it up.
So there's actually...
have them.
Okay. But when it comes in for routine maintenance, do you check those things?
Yes.
So you check all of the things that could be, that need to be, possibly need to be serviced.
Exactly.
Speaking of service and maintenance, we did this a couple months back, and it was actually really popular. So I want to offer it again.
Yeah, what is it?
So preventive maintenance services. So transmission service, differential service, transfer case service. So I'm going to offer those for the next 2 weeks, and they got to mention the show.
Okay.
For 50% off.
Okay, so so any system service, do we call them? What are they?
Maintenance service.
Maintenance service.
So, yes.
Give me an example of one.
So literally a transmission service where we're bringing it in, we're dropping the pan, we're changing the filter. We do a road test.
You'll do it for 50%.
50% off. So depending on the vehicle, they do vary in price, but it's a true 50% off.
Yeah, they're not, he's not raising it. No, that's a good price. So it's 50% off whatever maintenance service you select. And that's at Kimmer Transmission. So here's the number. It's 303-693-1400. 303-693-1400. And you'll get half off. Mention the show. Say, Jeff, I heard I get 50% off this maintenance service. And that's a great deal. How long are you going to be doing it for?
I'll do it for 2 weeks. And if during the process of that, or if they're actually having a real problem that needs more intensive work, we'll apply whatever the value of that maintenance is toward that repair.
Wow, that's 50.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it sure is.
Not for you though, Bo.
303-693-1400. GenesisTotalExteriors.com for the outside of your house, bathrooms as well, kitchens as well, and they do mold detection and remediation. GenesisTotalExteriors.com.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver, an iHeart radio station. Ryan Schuling, Tom Martino, Michael Brown Reloaded, and Dan Kaplis. This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW. Now, impact traffic.
Snow on the ground throughout the Denver metro for the first time in a while, and we are seeing slower speeds all throughout town. I-25 north and southbound, your usual afternoon stop and go through the downtown area. However, it is slow both directions of traffic just south of downtown as well, from about C470 to University. I-70 east and westbound, busy driving to and from the DIA area from about I-25 to Pena and back again with traffic. I'm Mark Swan.
This report is sponsored by The Rogue Recap with Linda McLaughlin.
Dangerous social media trends, media scandals, dumb TikTok boycotts, and more. Keep up with all the online stories mainstream media ignores by listening to the Brad vs. Everyone podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
All right. I want to tell you about Alliance Roof and Solar. Now, Alliance is specializing in commercial systems. By the way, commercial solar tax benefits have shifted again. Projects started after July 7th must be completed by the end of 2027. What the message here is, get your project done and get the most out of your federal tax credits and incentives. You can get 70 to 90% of the system cost covered by the government. But it's important that you do it now before the deadline and maybe next year. Believe me, it comes quicker than you believe. So get in on the government incentives. An Alliance can also show you how to sell power back to an end user, whether it be your tenant or you can sell back to the grid and make money. RedRocksRS.com is the website, and Alliance, the phone number, 303-704-2449. It's especially great for landlords. You can make money selling back to the tenant and save them money at the same time. 303-704-2449.
I got a question for Jeff, Tom, regarding transmission fluid.
Okay.
It's wet.
Well, this will stump you. No.
It'll stump me?
It's wet.
It is wet. Water's not wet.
Well, here, I'll tell you. Well, Tom doesn't want me to rehearse, so you'll have to wait. No rehearsals, damn it.
See, I won't work on any of Bo's cars. Mm-hmm. They're all right-hand drive.
Huh. Now that's a good one. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to go to merry old England to get my car worked on, damn it.
Find some chap who's willing to help you.
Yeah. Mine, I guess, are all right-hand drive. Left-hand drive, I'd be catching a ride home with Adam every day.
Still trying to get into a car with Adam.
I know. It's just
It's starting to sound a little freakish.
It's
What?
It is
He's
freakish.
trying to,
I gotta
trying to
stop.
lure Adam into a car.
I think he left. He went down to listen to Sublime or Substation, whoever that band is.
Who did?
Adam. No, I think he's here. I think he went to the bathroom.
What, are you following him?
No, I'm here. No, I'm here talking to you. I'm not following him into
his
the
mother listens to
bathroom.
this show. She knows who to go looking for, Bo.
Yeah.
I know, and I just had to give her $25, but I'm not going to tell you why.
I don't know. He just keeps making this thing sound more and more creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm leaving right now. And you're not going to get your
But
transmission.
then you'd never find out
What?
about your fluid problem.
Yeah, I got a fluid issue. Fluid. Well, at least we're not sharing any fluids, so that's good.
That wasn't creepy at all.
Nope, I don't know. I just let that one hang out there.
Yeah, I was waiting. The no respond. Not even Tom responded to it.
Which one?
That Bo's fluid problem.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you, it finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience.
Transmission.
To apply to your job. You get
CTV fluid.
So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for.
So I finally read all of. Well, I'm caught up to the comics to where the show is now.
Okay.
And I don't want to read past.
Yeah, I hate that. Oh god. I mean, I love it, but I hate it. But it's like,
yeah, I just.
I want to know. No, but I need to know. No.
And then and then I turned a few pages. I was like, oh. So it's an awful position. But yeah, the comics are vastly different. I mean, they're the same major plot points happen, but like the small things are changed.
Right, you get more detail in the comics too.
Mm-hmm. Well, like, can I tell you one thing in the comics that's different?
Important effort. Together, we can turn compassion into action. One meal at a time. Sign up today at mealpack.org.
Keep your retirement money safe at mymoneymyway.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's talk. What's on your mind? Okay. Do you
Transmission fluid.
You want to talk about transmission fluid? Go ahead.
Yes. So, basic question. Jeff, why is transmission fluid red in color?
It's a dye. That's literally.
Is it so you can tell it from another fluid?
You know, when you've got a leak, what's actually hitting the ground.
So it's not part of the process. It's interesting.
It's literally a dye, and and that dye will discolor over time in use.
Mm-hmm.
So it gets darker. There's a lot of the lube type places that like to come out with a white piece of litmus paper and show you your fluid and new fluid, and then they talk you into service. But the color is not necessarily an indicator of the condition of the fluid itself.
And then as far as coolant, is that any particular color on purpose?
Multiple colors.
Multiple, yeah.
Yeah, depending on the process in the car.
So Jeff, what is the difference between transmission fluid and CVT CVT fluid. You've heard of that?
Well, CVT
Charlie?
fluid is specifically for CVT transmissions. So they've got different additives inside that feed the characteristics of that unit. Because inside there, instead of all the gears that we usually would transition in order to make different gear ratios, you have two opposing pulleys. So if you can imagine something like two yo-yos side to side that are sharing a string, but I can make one taller or one shorter so the inside gets fatter or skinnier, and that's how they create the ratios. Well, you need different additives in order to protect that belt.
And you can't interchange transmission fluid with CVT fluid.
Not unless you want to do some harm. There are different fluids out there between ULV fluids, Mercon LV, Mercon ULV. In the GM8 speeds, we use a Mobile One product. They will cause different characteristics in the operation of the transmission.
Okay.
All right. In any case, I want to know what you do in this case. I was and this is truth. I went to buy a donut and coffee, and they they ring it up on the iPad, and then turn it around, and there's a place immediately for a tip. Now, the clerk. I should mention this. You pick out your donut, they hand it to you. Now, I'm serious. I've seen tipping now on self-service stuff. I've seen tipping all over, and I'm wondering, where does it stop? And have you noticed now they give suggestions and the tips go up to 35%?
Make it easy.
Now, I give really good tips for exceptional service when it's due, but the self-service stuff, or these quick places where, in other words, you say, I want that piece of pumpkin bread, and then you buy a coffee. What do you think? I mean, I'm not trying to be a cheapskate, and I think people, need to make a living, but I think it's management shifting over their responsibility to you.
Sure it is.
I mean,
is.
and
but if they just hand you a cup, I mean, is that service?
No, that's what I mean. And again, they say, or for the help.
Well, the other one you see all the time now too is, so you finish out your transaction at $7.58, and it asks you, do you want to round up?
I know
$8 to whatever the fund is.
Exactly. Round up.
Yeah. And all they're doing is covering their obligation for what they were already planning on donating. They're just having you replenish their coffers.
Someone says that this survey done by Yahoo Finance says 3 in 4 consumers, 3 out of 4. Now, it's not 3 out of 4 in favor of tipping. 3 out of 4 say tipping has become ridiculous, that they see tipping where it shouldn't be. At least once a week, 39% tip someone when it's not necessary or customary. And this is something I often wonder. Now, again, I have great sponsors, great people, and I'm not talking about anyone particular, but we had our carpets cleaned the other day, and they expect a tip. There's a tip. Yes, there is.
Really? It should have been a project price.
Well, they're wanting tips now. Do you tip, for example, let's say someone comes from a service company. Do you tip them in your home? Like, for example, I have Roma. He's a wonderful guy.
Yeah, we were just talking about it.
Roma from Apex Appliance. The best guy I've ever found for appliances. The best ever. I don't tip him, and I'm wondering if I should. I pay him, but I don't tip him.
Would you consider, it's no different than going to your mechanic. Would you tip the mechanic?
I don't know. It's gotten to a point now where a lot of people, I think, expect a tip. Now, Uber and Lyft for sure, I think, right? Because we know going in, they expect a tip.
To me, that's those like Uber Eats or the Grubhub, and you tip before they've even performed a service.
Well, that's true. That's true. You're right. But that's for convenience, so you can put it all on one card. I wonder if you put 0 tip, then no one wants to
pick it up.
No one wants to take it, right? Because they look at the job before they take it, just like any Uber or any Uber or Lyft ride, but they do it with food. So I was just curious, though, if people are noticing these tip things all over the place. And by the way, with no tips on services, no taxes on tips for services, I think that's extraordinary. That's giving them a raise immediately. Well, providing they even counted their tip anyway. I mean, how many people who work for tips would you say accurately report their tips?
If it's cash, then it's up to them.
Well, if it was cash, but most of it's on credit cards, so they get a 10.
I carry cash just for the purpose of tipping.
I
and
do
all
the
that
exact same thing. Yep.
All right. So here are the areas where consumers say they're reducing tips from here on out. Restaurants. And I think restaurants are one of the places you should maintain tipping because we've come used to it. Grocery deliveries. What about that? People say they're no longer going to tip for that. Hotel, or what about hotels? When you leave the room, do you leave something on the nightstand for whoever's cleaning that room?
I do. It's at the end of the trip. I don't do anything, if we're there for multiple days.
Okay, here's something saying that 19% of the people tip for auto repair. Have your guys ever been tipped?
No, but my phone number is 303-690.
I have to change
Now-
the credit card machine.
Personal services like hair salons and stuff like that?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Unless it's the owner.
No, see, I think that's insulting. I've heard that before, but I tip. I know, but you say not the owner, and that's the way it used to.
That's atypical, and most owners, they already build whatever they're in for the pricing, and they're taking a cut off of everybody else that's inside that salon.
In any case, here's the bottom line. Is tipping out of hand? I think it is only in the self-service realm or where those iPads just have the place to tip. Like at the health club, when I go to the health club and you order something at the snack, they hand it to you. And there's a place for a tip. Or if I saw one at a convenience store. Where you bring up a couple bottles of pop and chips, that some of those have tip lines now. Yeah. Anyway, we got more coming up. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-8255.
Now, impact traffic.
Snow on the roads, folks. It's a slow drive on I-25 north and southbound from C-470 into downtown and back again. A little bit of a clear drive on the north end of town. Out west into the high country, I-70 eastbound. A crash has the road closed between Floyd Hill and El Rancho. Lots going on. Looks like westbound roads are affected as well. So expect some major delays on I-70 eastbound towards the metro area. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
This report is sponsored by Wellness Unmasked with Dr. Nicole Sapphire.
Medical headlines, they're everywhere. But what do they really mean? Join me on Wellness Unmasked for a deeper look, plus the latest from the Maha movement. Listen to Wellness Unmasked with Dr. Nicole Sapphire on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Okay, if you're looking to put your house up on the market, but you want to know first, what will it sell for? Should I do it now or not? Frank Duran will run an analysis for you free of charge. Now, you may think he's just going to look at it and give you a price. No. He looks at every aspect of your home, a true analysis of the marketability of your home and of the real estate market in that realm, in the compatible ones. And then he looks at supply and demand and all of the other factors that can make or break your deal. And then he gives you a full report free of charge with no obligation. If you're interested in this or just want the best real estate person on your side, Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. Hey, Great Western Buildings is a factory and they make steel buildings. Why do I say that? Because the industry is riddled with people claiming to be from a factory and they're not. But Great Western truly has a staff that services all 50 states. If you want to, in fact, they even go international. If you want to order a building direct to you from the factory, greatwesternbuildings.com. 100% American steel, guaranteed for life. The finishes baked on at the factory, they are guaranteed for 40 years. greatwesternbuildings.com. Okay, I got a text here for Carl. We can get in. They say Sam's Club and Costco sells hard liquor.
It's limited, but they sell it. Yeah.
Costco was actually, I mean, I know that some of their Kirkland brands, like the vodka, if I remember correctly, I think that's
Really?
Blue Goose.
Yeah, just rebranded.
Yep. Yeah, the Kirkland, some of it's actually not bad. Some of it's actually not bad.
And I bet it's reasonably priced compared to a small store.
Most of the time, you know, I mean, a bottle of Jim Beam's just under $23.
Oh, I didn't get to talk about that bill, by the way. That one that you talked about, the land and the.
Yeah.
I found out a lot about it.
Well, it's not. We can pick that up Monday.
Oh man, it's controversial. And you know what's really weird is, even where the property cannot be separated, they're still taxing you more.
Yep.
That
and
is,
you know, where it was approved, they're taxing you more. So they're showing a great amount of favoritism toward communal living and to large landlords compared to the average Joe. So the way I read it, it actually perpetuates the problem. New homeowners are going to be even more far-reached in order to try to get in.
Where's this?
Colorado trying to pass some new property tax laws. And
No
since
more
it's already-
taxes.
Well, since it's already a law, it doesn't need to be voted on. They're just amending a current law.
Completely changing it, but
Yeah, it would impose on an individual's home a greater tax levy than, say, an apartment complex. They're reducing theirs.
you piece of shit. I rebooted it. Works for a little while. It doesn't. Oh wait, it's really hot. I wonder if that. Ow. Well, I gotta turn the fan off. I'll bet you it's overheated. What do you think? I'll bet you it's overheated. Settings.
Is there a fan that hasn't come on?
There is a fan that you can turn on, and I turned it off.
I think I unplugged it the other day, Tom.
No, you don't know the fan.
Bo does not know fans.
There's a fan setting here somewhere. Setting. I bet you know what? I'll bet you it's a fan. Yep. Fan. It's on 0. Turn on auto.
Put some ice on it.
Oh, yeah. Smoked it.
I wonder if that'll make a difference.
I bet it would. Why would you turn it off? Just noise?
Yeah, that little buzz.
Yeah.
It's really hot. I guarantee you. You know what? If I just set it up like that, it might help it.
His book called The Man Book, How to Get Masculinity Back on The Joe Pag Show. Tonight from 6 to 9 on 630 KHOW.
Hello, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. Okay, I got some text here. One is here. I have a 2016 Jeep Patriot, 109,000 miles. Periodically, it has a mild surge when idling in park, and when I'm stopped at a light, and sometimes it shudders while driving. So what would that be? It's a mild surge when he's idling in park. I don't know what that means.
That could be any number of things.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I've been diligent with vehicle maintenance, want to hold on to the car for another year. But it could be a number of things. I don't think he means it surges out of park, does he? I don't think
it's no, just the idle.
Yeah. The idle surges.
Yeah, it could be vacuum leak, could be a no.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't take long to figure it out, would it?
It depends how intermittent it is.
Okay. Tom, I need a towing service, a flatbed to get my car in. Who do you recommend, Kevin, for tows? Who do you use, or Jeff? Who do you use?
We use Ace Towing.
Ace. Okay.
Yeah,
Jeff?
predominant over by us is Parker Towing.
Okay. Parker Towing comes up that far.
Mhm.
Guys, try Ace or Parker. Again, we don't really have anyone that we can vouch for, but, if these guys use towing, do they have flatbeds?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty rare you see it.
Are most of them flatbed nowadays?
Some more, yeah.
Okay. This is for a Tesla. The guy wanted to know. 303-713-8255. Let's talk to, wait, who is this here? Let me go to the text again. Okay. Is premium gas worth it in my car? Will it add any life to my car? Premium gas. I never use it, and my tank says it needs it, but I don't have any drivability problems. So can you think of any reason to use it?
Some cars, yes. Some no. I mean, try it. If you improve enough to pay for it, then yes. And if not,
So you
then no.
can tell. In other words, if you need it, you need it.
If you can get enough miles more with premium to justify the cost, then it's
Why would you? Is there a possibility you'd get more mileage?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
With premium?
Yes.
Why?
The octane rating.
The octane. And some cars it won't make any difference at all.
All right, we're out of time. Okay, don't forget our guy, SheridanAutotech.com for Sheridan Auto Tech, and then TransmissionsDenver.com. You can always call 303 Martino for help, information, and referrals. Have a great weekend.